everybody. My name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
I want my baby back, Chili, baby back, red.
Caller, this call's for Ayala. Hi. So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick.
No.
Last name Gers.
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you were telling me my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
When you say my name again, I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick Gers! Oh, Nick.
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your coat.
What's up, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Look at this. What's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
You know, we'll...
I feel like a lot of us are conservative in the way that we just want to be able to say the N-word and it not really matter.
That's all I want. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Can't I just say the N-word? Does that make me a bad person?
Come on, guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
I'm taking the dog. Dumbass.
I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baddie. It's me.
Our next guest is originally from Danville, Illinois. He enjoys cold beer and hot music. Says that he and his mom don't see eye to eye on his love life. And he claims that his job has cost him several relationships. Please welcome Robert Faggot. Faggot is rather an odd name.
Yeah, you know, it is an odd name.
Speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mrs. Stay. Mr. Kochata.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day, bitches!
Happy World Down Syndrome Day!
World Down Syndrome Day!
Happy World Down Syndrome Day. Happy World Down Syndrome Day.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day!
Happy Syndrome Day.
Sunday, Monday,
Happy Day.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Happy Day.
Thursday, Friday,
Happy Day.
the weekend comes, my cycle hums.
Your lip. Just kind of get it in there. Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
Hello. It is Sunday, SimpCast Sunday. Welcome to SimpCast, your favorite Sunday night simping program. Really, you can listen to this broadcast. Gosh, we're everywhere. Facebook for some reason still, Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, Rockfin, YouTube, of course. Before I bring in our fabulous and gorgeous panel of ladies, I want to remind you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's right. I'm in kind of an informal competition with Drunk 3PO. That's right, Jay. We're doing it. I know we talked about it. Maybe. You said maybe, but I'm declaring an official race to 100K with Mr. Drunk 3PO. We are both currently at 96K subscribers. I'm trying to get to 100. I think he'll beat me, but I'm laying down the gauntlet. That's right, Drunk. There's nothing you can do about it. So anyway, subscribe if you haven't already, and do not subscribe. If you could unsubscribe from Drunk 3PO's YouTube channel, my gosh, that would be great. That would be ideal. Please and thank you. I think I have, let's see, do I have stand-up shows to promote? I think so. I think I'll be doing something in early September in New York City at the Cutting Room, I believe September 7th. So New York City people, stay tuned for a ticket link soon. Very excited to perform back in New York City, but that's weeks from now. Don't worry about that. That's all. That's all for announcements. Let's bring in, there's gonna be a whole buttload of sexy ladies coming through tonight to comment on the hot topics of the day. But these ladies get extra special credit for being prompt. And by prompt, I mean, we're almost 20 minutes late. But they're here, they're queer. Get used to no queers today. But the night is young. We have everyone's favorite N-word girl, Lily Gaddis is here. We have everyone's other favorite N-word girl, Keanu Thompson.
Oh,
and a blank chair. No kidding.
Oh,
there she is. Courtney, what's up, girl? I think Courtney Brooke. I thought I knew your last name. No worries. Hi, Court.
Thompson. Courtney Body Thompson.
Yeah, Courtney B. Thompson is what they call me in Keanu's chat.
In the streets. That's what
I love this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself. I literally had both tits out literally 15 minutes ago, and I somehow managed to like throw on makeup and start on time. And by on time, I mean in Black people time, which is 20 minutes late.
It's your prerogative to start a bit late. You're breastfeeding. Stop it.
It really does. And it's like when he's melting down, there's really nothing that like it's kind of a powerful feeling knowing my boobs have the power to like knock him out, you know, like I mean, regular adult men too.
Like,
but
are you swinging them around or?
Yeah. I just stick a tit in his mouth and he's out. He relaxes. He's like, he's really cute. Sorry
That's
to be
usually
gross.
how I subdue my boyfriends.
Works for adults. Works for adults too. Oh my gosh. And you know her, you love her. She's my little showbiz darling. Ari Jacob is back on the program. Hello.
Hi.
Ari. With a heart microphone. How cute is that?
You.
I'm gonna have to send you one. My friend made these.
That looks like a sex toy and not a microphone, Ari.
It does. It really does. Can it double as both? Or
that you look so Asian right now, Ari. You have roller skates, you have an Asian heart-shaped microphone.
My friend's actually Asian that made this up, but he was on Shark Tank. It's called Kawaii lights. Lighting or something. We lighting? I don't know. I'm a bad friend. I don't know what it's called.
I love it. I want to start a show about people who've recently had Mexican food and just call it Shark Tank. They can all come up with.
Is it just like a contest to see who sharts first, or?
Yeah, maybe I'll take out the inventions part. And I'll just.
Then I feel like people will be trying to shart. And you don't
It'll
want
just
that.
put any
There'll be
man on
people
there.
in varying states of intestinal duress.
Intestinal trauma.
Are you gonna
Stress.
will you be judging the sharts as they occur?
Look, we're this show is still developing, Courtney. We're gonna work the details out.
A shart doesn't happen if you just shit your pants. That's not a shart. That's just
Well-
it has to be like past traumas of sharting, I would feel, right?
I have a shart trauma. I'm not gonna get into it, but it involves a rest stop in upstate New York. The important part is Lily Gaddis is back and she has a setup. Yay!
I know. I'm not in the car. My Wi-Fi's working for now. We'll see.
Lily,
how
I don't think I've talked to you in a place other than your car. So this is very exciting. You look great. Everything is great. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're usually in transit somewhere.
How have you been?
I've been fantastic. How have you been?
Okay, good. I've been pretty good. I've been pretty good. What's new with me? We took the beans swimming. I've determined to make him a Division I diver like his mom, or at the very least, just be able to swim. That's all.
How old is he?
Through almost 4 months.
Oh, okay. Wow. Can't they usually learn how to swim by like 1 or something?
I guess the goal is to have the babe by like 1 or 2 able to like float on their back or like swim to the side of the pool, like should they fall in. I think it's called safety swimming or whatever. He's not gonna be able to butterfly just yet, but
he may. He's very muscular already. He
really is. He's swinging like this now. It's very cute. Oh. Yes, I'm one of those people who just talks about their kid now. I get it.
You always say you're not going to be that person. Like you can make fun of them, to no end, and then you're that person. Then you've got like the folder of photos. So when you meet somebody, you're like, oh, this here's a cute picture of my kid. Do you want to see it?
Oh yeah. And then if it doesn't get the reaction that I think the picture deserves, I'm like, did you see it? Did you see how cute he is? Have you seen his cheeks?
Did you actually look?
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of sharts, James Shart. That's a heck of a last name, bro. I would change that if I were you. Shart Pink, I'll run it. And appropriately with for number 2.
Run it.
With quite a week for internet. I don't often watch Bill Maher just because he's I consider him to be just a sort of staple of the mainstream media. He's kind of always there. He doesn't impress me. He's got a team of copywriters. I believe the show that he just has. So he just has a Hawk Tuah girl, Haliey Welch, on his podcast. Where I guess this is the podcast where he gets like high off his ass, and which I don't think is a great model. I think you're not going to sound better. Most people do not sound better or more intelligent when they're super high. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think so. Bill Maher has on Hawk Tuah girl, and I think he kind of embarrasses himself with how much he basically creeps on and hits on this girl. And I saw Ari, you did a video commenting on this earlier today. I saw you posted that. And yeah, Ari, you're kind of from this world a little bit, this showbiz world, the talent world. So basically, Hawk Tuah goes viral, what was May or something? And honestly, Lily, I think she stole your spotlight a little bit. I think she fucking intruded on your time. I think she busted in on your territory.
She came in on a much better note though. Like she got famous for not like a bad reason. I went viral for like being the racist girl. That's a big difference between that and then just being like, I don't know, whatever silly thing it was she said. So she's got it made.
Dang.
Do you have any ill will towards her? I would be
I think
furious.
She's cool. More power to her, honestly.
You guys are
power
not
to
competition.
Yeah.
More Hawk Tuah. Oh, power to Tuah. That's funnier. That's funnier. Keanu, you were funnier.
No.
So what the hell is this this show of his called? Let me see here.
It's called, well, his podcast network is called Club Random.
Club Random. Okay.
And it's actually really funny because I actually managed this girl. They called her the kombucha girl. So I think it was like 2017 or 18. She went viral, I think, on like gay Twitter because she had like drank some kombucha and she made this face like, I don't really like it. And then she's like, oh, it's kind of good. And then is like, oh, no, I don't like it or something like that.
That's
and then
all she did?
Yeah.
Just
You guys remember her. I mean, this meme went so viral. And I think someone posted like when you taste like cum for the first time or whatever. And so then
they come on this show, Ari.
I don't know. I don't know what's allowed on YouTube.
We're very
anyway, yeah. But she ended up that's how she originally went viral, but she was really funny. And so now, I mean, I think she probably makes $1 million a year at least. And I think this girl's way more famous and more viral than she was. So, but the Club
Does
Random,
she know that? Like, does this woman know she's famous? Does she know who this man is? That's all I have. That's
No
all
clue.
I'm wondering.
He has no clue who she is.
Probably
and
not.
To the detriment of his erection, she's not impressed with him at all.
Exactly. And he tries to give her, and I'm sure you'll play this, the most ridiculous advice. Like he really tries to mansplain what she should do with her fame. And I'm just like, she's like, I'm not here for that. I don't know who you are, but thank you for the high noon. Like,
Yeah.
I memean, honestly, I have no idea. This was so fucking creepy to watch.
Clear that he didn't do any research on who she is either. Like he probably didn't watch any other videos of her. Like she's actually just a funny like country girl. She's not a and I think what he's trying to do is because Alex Cooper from Barstool got really famous, and I think she got a $60 million Spotify deal, and now she's going to get like $100 million deal. And she was like in that sex category when she first started. I feel like he's just trying to like lock her into his like random.
So Hot Tool goes viral. Ari, do we agree or disagree that she immediately hired a management team, or was she scouted maybe? Because you don't just end up on Bill Maher. You have to be.
I heard that she was getting like recruited by UTA, which is like the talent agency that I hate. So we just call them UTI. But but she actually, I think, got signed to like a Nashville local management company, which I think they're doing a good job, and they're not one of those big like Hollywood kind of I don't know. Hopefully they're giving her good advice. As long as she's not with UTI, I'm happy for her.
Yeah, you know who's not giving her good advice is 68-year-old creepy ass Bill Maher. I'll play it from the beginning, and I'll definitely highlight the section that I tweeted about that went kind of viral. And I bring this up because it sparked really good conversation about what constitutes creepiness, what is appropriate for a 68-year-old man to say to a 21-year-old girl. I get it. I know she's legal. She's a grown woman. She can do whatever she wants. I'm sick of seeing those comments. We all know that.
12. Like in this right here, she looks like 12. She does not look 21. So like it gives off that vibe regardless of whether she's legal or not. Like she looks.
And he's got a freaking they've got an 818 bottle of tequila. That's a major Kardashian thing. That's Kendall Jenner's. Like,
is it?
Yes, that's Kendall Jenner's. There, he's doing so he's in with the Kardashians, obviously, or else there would not be an 818 bottle of tequila there. And then he's got are the tissues for your old ass nose, or when you come in your pants over there? Why would that be that way? There's so much wrong with this. It reminds me of when I met Gino.
It's for the Hot Tool
at the desk in Hot Water. I'm just teasing.
You're right, Kiana. This looks sloppy. I expect better from Bill Maher, unless you're going to have somebody on and you think someone might cry. Okay, have tissues. But that table is very cluttered, very messy. Sure, if you want to display the bottle for whatever reason, sure. But
a
take
box
away
of tissues next to a man always means there may as well be a box of lotion next to it. Like This is wrong for so many reasons. And yes, they've got the 818 Kendall Jenner. I love the tequila, but yes, it's obviously a plug there. And
strike the trash can. We don't need to see the trash. Like, don't you have PAs, Bill? Why is there a photo of yourself in the bottom left corner? It almost looks like a memorial, like in memoriam. I'm like, are you dead? What's that about?
I have no idea. Everything about this is
I feel
wrong.
like this podcast network too was supposed to go off with a big bang. Like I want to say he had a bunch of other people lined up to be on it, but the only one I've seen actually live is that Sage Steele. She was the one that was like a sports broadcaster at Disney, and then I think she wouldn't get the shot, or something happened, and she left, and that's his other she has her own show. I forget what her deal is, but it was actually kind of funny because she interviewed Dana White, and she actually she accidentally called him Joe Rogan, like on the podcast. And I made fun of him on Instagram. She DM'd me and was like, hey, I just want you to know, I put that out there myself. Like, I wouldn't have put it out there if I didn't want to get make fun of myself. And I'm like, well, I was making fun of you too, dude, because it was funny. You called Dana Joe Rogan.
Con probably saying this wrong, but I'm going to say it the way with the slur. Con Spick Mom says she's sponsoring him. People buy the liquor and he gets a cut. Okay, that makes a ton of sense.
818. That's Kendall Jenner's tequila. Great tequila. But yeah.
Spike says that's his book. Okay, that makes sense. Again, if that's your book, don't have it on the floor against the chair.
Right there.
Display
It looks like
it.
a Polaroid.
I don't think the podcast thing is as successful as they probably hoped it was going to be 3 years ago.
Wow. Okay. Let me just bang these out. Nicholas Gurr, Lily, I'm a big fan. You would make a good wife.
Aw, thank you, Nick Gurr.
Jeremy Parker. Holy Courtney
Aw.
and Lily. Hot cast in full effect. Thank you, Germs. I love this comment from Mr. Ballsong. This is a great show to watch muted. You know what, Mr. Ballsong? Enjoy your band. I hope you enjoy that band.
Yes, your
Ryan
band.
Nasser's Bill Maher is like,
Enjoy
Mr.
your
Burrs
band.
of Blue Blockers. Yes, that's very apt. All right, let me play this from the beginning.
You want to be tired of them before they're tired of you. Let me tell you a story about the Beatles.
Oh god.
Oh God, I'm already you can already it's 15 seconds in and you already know it's going to be old man who's very pleased with himself trying to impress a young girl. Young woman.
What do you think?
Let's see here. I am getting a call. Wrong. The sound is going through my desktop speaker. My mic is inconsistent. I can't use my headphones. I'm missing a little
I bet if you played this without sound, her face would just be making weird faces at him the whole time, just
And I think he has a record of dating a ton of younger girls already. So he gives off that vibe of that old dude that tries to go after 20-year-olds and they're trying to act cool and whatever. Ugh, it's so cringe. And you can
I
tell
know I'm marrying one. It's wild.
Yeah.
It was so cringe. I'm just
Do we think he's hitting on her or just trying to make
Yeah.
fun of her? I can't tell. Maybe both.
Keanu, I'm sending you the link to this video in the private chat. Could you pull it up and share your screen and help me pause it along? Because I think
Absolutely.
I'm having an issue with my
Here we go.
my thing.
Okay. So I can let's see, copy. Bing, 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 bing. Hang on, let's see. How can I? There we go. Go away. One moment.
Okay. You know what? Actually,
here, present.
Could I might. Let's see. I have headphones. Hold the phone. I have them. I just don't have. I'm missing a piece.
How's this? If we remove the one you have and we pop this one in, is this
No,
any
I think
better?
we might have the same issue because you also are not using headphones.
Oh, okay. Let me know.
Yeah, because I'm missing a piece of my headphones. I love this. I love when this happens. Maybe Ari, do you mind pulling this up, Ari, since you're the only one using headphones?
Oh, because otherwise it'll
It'll be gay.
Okay.
This is
No.
what happens
I
when
love
you.
all that kind of pressure. Just kidding.
All right, I'll remove this.
All right, you know what? I'll.
All right, I'm putting
Let me just try it. I'm gonna see how this goes. Okay.
Oh, you're just.
All right, I'm all here for it.
Hi,
How are you?
Bill.
I'm Haley. Nice to
Haile
meet
Selassie.
you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sure you should be nervous, but you don't seem like you are. You shouldn't be. You're going to have the best time.
I'll try.
Well, you're 21?
Ew, why should she be nervous?
Okay, so listen, something extraordinary happened to you, and you have an extraordinary opportunity. And if you pay close attention today, you'll come out here really with a lot of knowledge of how to handle this, because it's very unique what happened to you. Two amazing things happened in the last month. There was an assassination attempt, and one brave billionaire's earlobe will never be the same.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Bless his heart.
And you, two things that are like completely out of left field. I mean, you must feel like, what was that bit somebody had about, like, you know, you ever see one of those little bugs that roll up when they feel, and then if you,
Oh, the roly polies.
yeah, and then you like shoot them.
Yeah, he was like flicking them real hard.
What?
He's comparing her to a roly-poly bug out the gate, and I can always, she doesn't look. I don't know. Maybe I'm overanalyzing this. I just don't
know about
I don't
overnight
think you
fame.
are.
You get famous overnight.
She looks like she's bracing herself, like she's about to be on a roller coaster. That's not a super comfortable way to sit. But
Well, and he already had her sit in this chair in her short shorts, and then he walked up on her and like, hello, it's me, Bill Maher. She probably doesn't have any idea who this fucking man is. Like, and then he said immediately something about Trump. She went, yeah, bless his heart. And then it starts off with a horrible
Yeah, that is
bang.
also really weird. Why did he bring up the assassination attempt?
I don't know.
It's got
like
the
that's
same
just
vibe.
bizarre. Like, two things happened in 1 month. What?
You know when you go to like visit an older person in a nursing home or something, and you're trying to talk to this old person? This is the vibe. It's so uncomfortable. Like, I feel bad for you and I want to be here, but
It's
she
like-
just looks super comfortable.
I know exactly.
It's like
Doing
when
her-
corn pop, or when Joe Biden talked about corn pop.
Yes.
It is. It's like
Like everyone's like, "What the fuck is he saying?" Okay, fine.
It's like, yeah, they're like bizarre chemotherapy chairs or something in a weird hospital, and then he just walked up to her, and she's all out the gate started talking about like bizarre shit. Okay,
And must wake up like
Immediately
to
started
them like
not making
1,000
sense.
miles away.
Yes,
That it's kind of like what happened to you.
you're exactly right.
You
You're
know,
exactly
that's
right.
what it feels like, right?
That's a good way to put it.
Your face.
But you, for whatever reason, now I'm not a religious person. Maybe you are. That's what makes a horse race. We're all different. But you seem nice, so like we're all happy for you.
Well, thank you.
Like
I like her that she's not. She doesn't know who this guy is, so she's not nervous.
no,
She has no clue. Which I
Nobody
like that
her
about her.
age knows who Bill Maher is. Like, he's
Yeah, and they should. He's 68.
Oh, is he really?
you know, if you were, if you came off as some sort of an asshole, people would be like resenting.
Yeah.
You know, oh, why is she suddenly famous?
She's an asshole.
But you know, like every kid, especially your age, wants to be famous, and like
some of that
suddenly,
818
Yeah, he just called her a kid, so that tells you what he thinks of her. For all the people that are like, she's 21, she's a grown woman, he can say whatever he wants to her. She's there of her own volition. Well, he just called her kid. So
Yeah. She's like, who is this old clown?
the key thing now is like, for what? Right?
Yeah, for what?
So this is why you should be listening very closely today, because you're going to get a lot of good advice on that.
Oh, okay. Get your notepad out, Haley.
Yeah.
I'm here to be your dad.
And
school
also,
you.
is he drunk? This is listening very closely today. Is he wasted on the 818 already?
Like from my perspective, he's nervous because he wants to sign her to his network. He knows that if he signed her to his podcast network, that would be like the biggest get he's ever gotten, because like, you know, Sage Steele, I'm sure her podcast is doing okay, but like whoever signs her, and by the way, like she probably won't get signed to Barstool, because Barstool gives their people like typically like a salary. Like they're not already super famous. They get super famous because of Barstool. This girl's already has her own platform. Like she doesn't have to join his deal. So I think he's like, in a weird way, like he's really trying to recruit her. And
He's the one auditioning. Who is on his podcast network that I've never heard of? Is it just him?
It's just him and one other chick.
Okay. Let's see.
I have a feeling. I don't know. I never know what I'm going to
Business is
say,
booming.
because I'm always high when I do this.
I understand.
Well, you're 21, right? We can speak freely. And it's legal.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything wrong.
Exactly right.
I would, of course, advise always using any sort of substance responsibly and in moderation. Do you do that?
Yeah, I'm pretty responsible with it. Well, sometimes, unless I'm at CMA Fest in Nashville.
Why? Is that where you said your thing?
Oh yeah, we're drinking all day long.
Okay.
The fact that he's like, this is legal, right? Everything's okay. I'm on the level here.
You feel comfortable? I gave you a giant pillow to sit in front of.
The booster seat.
I know. Yes, and also we have a booster seat behind your chair if you need one.
He
You're
also is on
21,
a
right?
booster seat. He also has to sit on a huge cushion because he's not a big man.
So here's the first thing, now that I think about it, that we have to do. What made you suddenly famous? Nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh.
But now we have to move.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It was her fucking personality. And I don't care. And we'll get to the part where he really creeps on her in a little while. But for all the people that are like, well, she got famous because of sexuality and she's talking about sex. Like, yes, we know that's technically, but she wasn't like graphically, you know what I mean? She wasn't like, I cradled the balls.
She said something adorable about sex, and it made her famous. And she was, and she probably wouldn't have even thought about it again. But it went viral, and now she's sitting here with Bill Maher, who's gonna creep on her and try and tell her that now you have to use your platform of Tuah for good. And
Yeah, it didn't even
I'm
come
gonna tell you
across as
how.
like it didn't even come across as like sexual whenever I saw the video. I didn't even know what she was talking about at first, and I was like, oh, okay. It was just like a funny joke, you know?
You don't watch enough porn, Lily. I'm just teasing.
I really didn't know what was going on. Oh, that's what's going on.
Past that.
I agree.
Haley. What's your last name?
Welch.
I knew that. I was testing you.
It's okay. I had to sound out your last name earlier.
He's like, I don't know who you are. You know what I actually love about her? She's not dressed differently than she normally is dressed. She has like what looks like no makeup on, minimal makeup. She's still her. It's not like she is.
Her hair looks like she just got out of a swimming pool and she just walked on over here. Like,
yes.
I love her. Yeah. And then he's just trying to, I don't know. What is he trying to do? Get her? Like with his weird tissues? I don't understand. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
He's trying to impress her with his expensive tequila and
yes, 818 shout out Kendall
So I don't
Jenner.
expect you to
He
know
didn't
me.
pay for.
Most of the country does, bitch. But no, I'm kidding. But you're young. You'll get there. That doesn't matter. What matters now is move past. Let's call it your origin story. And it's very much like the Kardashians.
The Kardashians.
Oh, I wonder why he would bring them up because of the 818 tequila you have right there, Bill.
Have you had have you tried it, Keanu?
Oh,
Has
I
anyone
love
tried
it.
this?
And listen, I love the Kardashians, but it's front and center right there. Look at him. Yeah, he's gonna bring up now probably like Kim K had a sex tape, and look what
And
she's
now-
done. She's a
and now she's a
billionaire.
lawyer.
And
Oh.
now it's prison reform and everything. So you too, Tuah, Haley, could do that as well. And then one day you will maybe have a bourbon. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. She's like, I don't know who you are, Bill, but I had to sound out your last name. All right.
Origin story from comic books, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So what's the Kardashians?
You know what an origin story is, right? He doesn't even know how to connect with her. He has no clue really how to talk to her.
Origin story.
They started out before all the plastic surgery and everything else, didn't they?
No, what's their origin story? What put them on the map?
I'm not up to trends. I had to figure out who you were today.
Oh, so
That-
she doesn't know.
Oh,
She doesn't even know about the Kardashians. That's why I fucking love this girl. She
You know
doesn't
what?
know that the that Kim got famous off a sex tape, and she's like, I don't even know who the fuck you are. I just got here, you know.
Exactly. If I'm
This
31 and she's 21, she wouldn't know about Kim and Ray J and Kris Jenner and all
She
of
has
that
pop
stuff.
quiz face. She's like, stop asking me fucking questions I don't know the answers to.
This did so
Right.
much for like her PR and the opposite for him. Like he comes across as like so unlikable, and now I like her even more now.
Exactly. She's like, I didn't even know how to pronounce your last name, Mr. Mayor. Like, what you fucking say? Do you know what an origin story is, little stupid idiot? Well, I didn't even know how to pronounce your last name. So, what is this tequila? And thank you for
I'm
having
so serious. I don't keep up with
Oh,
anything.
you're 21. You're not supposed to. I'd be disappointed if you did. But someday you will. Someday you'll be calling me and say, Bill, you know, I'm really getting caught up on the Middle East. Can you tell me?
Someday you'll be
And I'll
calling
tell
me.
you.
He thinks he's so freaking important.
But
So the reason why, like, you would have, like, if I had a client like her, the reason why I would have her on this show is because, like, you want them to appeal to, like, left, middle, center, like, all the politics. And she's already been on Barstool. She's already, like, she's from the country. So you automatically kind of, like, you know, I don't know, people probably that are more conservative, they even like her. And it's just.
How did she do on Barstool? Did you see that?
That was her first episode. Was she was on a Barstool podcast? I forget which.
Okay. Did she enjoy it? You think?
Yeah, she was cute. She was saying how, like, she didn't even have social media when it, like, first went live, and that, like, people were trying to sell her spit, or were, like, saying that they would pay her for her spit and stuff. Anyway, that's where she kind of, like, originally said all that stuff. And she was interviewed by a chick on their network. Apparently the management asked to be interviewed, that she wanted to do her first interview with a girl. So it was that girl, like chicken fry Brie or something. Yeah. Brianna Chicken Fry. Anyway, but yeah, the reason why you want her to be, like, on a bunch of things is so she's kind of, like, well-rounded to different audiences.
Right. And she did Whitney Cummings. That I want to watch because I think Whitney FaceTimed Matt Rife.
Yes. She's
Like,
got a big crush on Matt Rife. She's
Yeah.
like, oh my God. Yeah, that was adorable. Yeah.
I'd like you to crowd work me sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that was adorable. Whitney Cummings did really well with her. Like, I thought that was an adorable, like, interview, you know.
it was a sex tape.
Sex.
You don't know?
You know what that is?
That was Kim's
Haley,
lab.
sex.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you do know this.
Okay, I do know.
Okay.
I didn't know that's what, like, started it all for him, though.
Absolutely.
They could wear the same pants. Look at their legs. Their legs are the same.
I was
size.
about to say he skips leg day all the time. They're tiny little
He
noodle legs.
skips every
Gross.
day.
And they're very nice people.
Oh yeah, I'm
Chris
sure.
has sat right in that seat. She's a
He
what?
skips
Right
everything.
Many people have.
Hmm.
Even people you know.
Oh, many people have said I don't even wash the cushions. I don't even Febreze them. Take a sniff. Take a sniff, will you? You'll smell Kris Jenner.
Yes, exactly.
But yes, they're wonderful people. They're just very nice. The only thing you can get them on is the Kardashian story. It's, you know, it's as if Spider-Man became Spider-Man because he blew a spider.
Oh God.
You know,
What?
It's kind of the same thing.
He got bit by a spider, Bill. What are you
Stop-
talking about?
Stop writing
Doesn't
these
even make sense.
porn scripts.
I know.
Spider.
I'm getting it.
yeah. So, like, your origin story is Tuah. It's cute, but we must now
Move forward.
be very circumspect in how
Here
we
we go.
allow people to, how long we let them play that out. And you got to play a little hardball with this and, insist on Haliey and that's why it's important also to figure out your next step. So
I don't know. If he really wanted to help her, couldn't this have been a meeting or a phone call? Why did this have to be a podcast?
Yeah, it's very condescending. Like she's some stupid whatever, and he's got to tell her what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
It's awful. And he's drinking his 818 tequila and water, getting drunker and drunker, talking about the Kardashians, and then he said something about blowing Spider-Man. This woman is probably just like, who is this old guy?
I remember being like right out of college, going on my first couple of interviews, being scared shitless, like not knowing what to say, not knowing, like kind of not really wanting to be there, not even sure what this job is that I'm interviewing for. And I remember that feeling so well. And I'm just looking at her and I'm sure that's what she's feeling. Like, all right, we could be polite, but I don't really know what the hell this company is. I know that I'm supposed to be doing these podcasts and meeting people, but I just hope she's not overwhelmed. I hope that she is figuring out through all this, what she wants to do. But I think it's also going to take a couple years for her to really figure it out.
She looks right now, and I love this about her. She looks like she just spent a day on the boat. And then she went right over to Bill Maher. And he's talking about the Kardashians and Spider-Man, and she's just trying to be as nice as possible. And he's not really doing her justice here. But
He might even be
probably come out
podcast so that it's like a headline, like Bill Maher offers, up to a podcast.
Oh yeah, and he would love to be the one that like discovers her.
It's like there was articles that UTA had signed her, and then I found out from a friend they're like, no, they didn't sign her at all, and it was just weird because they try to claim her on like the page 6, and then it came out that she didn't really sign with them. So you never really know why they're doing it. Like, but why he did it on there, it may have been to try to claim her, but it was just kind of weird.
Yeah, this is bizarre.
All right, let's get to the good part.
Just during the course of this conversation, it's better if it just happens organically. I find in my mentoring life.
Your mentoring life.
Yes, it is what it is, and it's now the next thing. Because there's like so much I would love to know about being a 21-year-old girl.
You have the legs of a 21-year-old girl, that's for sure.
Oh my
Biz.
God.
Oh,
There's so many clippable sound bites in here. It's unbelievable. Not very
And
flattering.
there's a way to do this. There's a way to do this, Bill, and that's what the comments are insane all over my feed. People responding to this, which I love because it's been generating a really interesting conversation. But like, you have to, as a 68-year-old man, you have to have the self-awareness to know how you're coming off to her, and you have to know how you're coming off to the viewer. And I don't think he knows or cares about either one. I think he just wants to be like, let me show you something. He wants to try to impress her. And throughout this whole interview, he's kind of talking at her, not to her. And again, just being like, I'm such a big deal. You need to follow in daddy's footsteps, come under my wing. Meanwhile,
he's talking at her, not Tuah her.
Yes, exactly.
When he's not even like asking any questions, he's just like,
no, he's doing all the talking.
Awkward. Like if I was sitting there, I'd be like, what do I even say?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thanks.
He's like, I can't believe she's not impressed by me. I'm going to keep talking till I say something that impresses her. And it's
me and my thin legs and my bottle of 818 should be quite impressive. And I don't know why she's not impressed.
And my light bulb head.
And my
Like
life
what?
will-
I mean,
What
first of all,
68-year-old man is
I
curious
mean-
about what it's like to be a 21-year-old girl?
I know that immediately to me sounds so like sexual and creepy. What you want to know what it's like to be have your whole life ahead of you? You're being showered with attention. Your DMs are full of dick pics. You got the world by the balls. Everyone wants you on their show. I don't know what that like. Bill, you've been famous. You
Be relevant again. I feel like he is like he's had other influencers on his show before that are young, and he doesn't treat them like this. It's really weird. He's like interviews them. He's acting really strange with her.
He thought he was gonna shit all over her after he probably jerked off to her 100 times, saying a hawk Tuah or whatever, and he thought he was just gonna like get her, and it's not really working out because she's like, "All right, Bill, well,
all right,
do we
Bill.
move on from this? All right, I guess I do know who the Kardashians are. Anyway,
They're
your
very
legs are real skinny. Could we get on the boat or something?" Like he's not getting it. Like,
you know, you're adorable, you're cute. It's just the way of the world. I mean, you got the world.
This is why you shouldn't do a show high. You're letting your internal monologue be your external monologue. Oh, you're just so cute and young, and I wonder what that's like.
he's
Oh,
gonna need his
daddy.
tissues really soon, which is probably why they're right
And
by
it's
him.
this
Balls when
weird
you're-
mix of him like being like trying to be young and cool while being an old guy. Like just be an old guy who asks questions and is like talking to this young girl, but it has this like weird vibe.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, own your oldness.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's super creepy.
But like your day to day before this happened was like working in where'd you work?
A spring factory.
A spring factory, right?
Mhm. It wasn't nothing bad though. It's not like a normal factory.
Oh, she's so endearing. I love her so much. She
is.
literally worked at a factory that made fucking springs. And
The
she
spring
did,
factory.
She did quality control. Like, I gotta test the springiness, and if it's real springy, I put it in a box. If it's not real springy, I throw it in the bin.
She should have been like, "Well, this chair doesn't have very good springs."
Yeah,
Do it, Bill. It don't actually. So I throw these chairs, right in the garbage.
You know what our favorite season is at the spring factory? You'd think it'd be spring, but it's fall. All right.
You hear anything about? I was really laid back. I enjoyed it there.
Yeah, but it's still a fucking factory. I mean,
Ew, and you worked in a factory. He and then he checks himself because he's like, I can't imagine what it's like to work for a living with like in a real kind of blue collar way. Like he's so.
Where do
he's
you
been
think that
famous for
8.8
so
was
long.
made, Bill? In a factory.
This is what happens with famous rich people. They are famous and rich for so long that they forget what it's like to be a regular person, and they don't
Like-
realize it. They come off a little condescending.
He could be uncomfortable because she is like normal and is not like idolizing him too, and he probably is used to having like people who are like, oh my gosh, Bill Maher,
Oh yeah, that's
I
probably
love that
most
she
people.
doesn't know.
Like fawning over him, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he got the bills paid.
She's
That's
just
all
like,
that mattered.
You
I
could
didn't
get
mind
along
that
with my
going to work every day.
grandpa.
which is better, that or now you're in show business?
I mean, show business is kind of nice.
Come on, show business. There's a
It's
reason.
kinda fun.
There's a reason everybody wants to be in show business.
Oh yeah, it's like
Cue the scene from Devil Wears Prada where Miranda Priestley is like, everyone wants to be like us.
No.
Everyone wants.
Don't be ridiculous, Andrea. Everyone wants this.
That was pretty good.
Don't be ridiculous, Haley.
It's more
Everyone
fun.
wants.
everyone wants this. Now take another sip of 818.
Yes, exactly. Have another sip of 818 and
And then the spring factory. What did you do all
Yeah.
day?
Well, so I was over quality and shipping, but I didn't have to do quality unless somebody else like in that department wasn't there. I hated it. You sit in a chair all day for 8 hours and like test springs that come out of the grind room. It drove me fairly insane
This
because
is
I
why-
hate sitting
okay.
still that long. It kills me.
Then why'd you just tell me it wasn't so bad? This is why I'm
Well, I
saying.
didn't have to do it but once in a blue moon. Now the
Hey.
shipping part, I didn't mind it because I get to get up and run around all day.
Oh,
but
and
like
that you
whatever a customer orders, like however many they want of this and this box and how many of these boxes, I got to put it all in a box and stuff like that. And I was learning how.
Be so cool if like she still worked at the, I hope she continues to work at the factory while she figures out what to do, but like she starts autographing springs, you know, and you're like,
And then
Or
people are like cutting knives into their mattresses. Like, did I get one? Like Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, one signed by one Haliey Tuah Welch.
oh right, I'm
That
sure
was
the springs are going into things. People aren't just ordering loose springs. I don't know. I've never ordered a spring.
I'll tell you who's sprung Bill Maher. for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
right
Oh
here.
yeah. He's definitely
sprung.
sprung low.
How to
Right
ship
now,
them out when I
really
left.
get $100,000 a post on Instagram and
He's doing
TikTok.
what?
She can probably get $100,000 a post.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, like if I was her manager, I wouldn't take anything less than that.
So she doesn't have to go back to the spring factory.
Probably not. I mean, her
I
first.
want her to, but yeah.
I think she was like at a nightclub in Miami or in Florida or something like that. She probably didn't get paid as much for something like that. Maybe like 20 grand, I would guess. I don't know. I forget if there was a thing, but now, like an actual brand, probably 100 grand.
Holy shit!
But she likes running around. You know what I mean?
She's
So
got to
she'll
run.
do-
Can't
yeah.
sit all day.
She can't sit She can't sit down all day. She don't want to be behind a desk checking out faulty springs.
It really wasn't that bad. I swear it wasn't.
No, I understand, and there's nothing wrong wrong with that kind of work or any kind of work. People need to have jobs, and it's great if you have a job like that
Gives
you
you
find
character.
fun.
Gives you character.
But
It does.
maybe a little too much.
Yeah, maybe.
But I bet you in 10 years you'd have been kind of over it.
Yeah.
But you may have moved up by that time. You know, you could have been the whole head of Spring USA.
Yeah, 10 years from there. Yeah.
What?
If I worked for there,
Right.
like for 10 years, like
And she probably would have met a lovely man at the spring factory and had adorable spring babies, and she would have been perfectly fine.
She was meant for more. She was meant to
Yes.
spring into the ether because
you're saying, I'd probably been over it.
So, and this is in where, Tennessee?
Huh?
Yeah, I can hear the accent slightly.
Slightly?
No, I love a Southern accent.
Well, thank you.
I like the South. I mean,
Oh, this part.
I always tour in the South and enjoy it.
Yeah,
of
good
course,
food, don't we?
This
No.
is rich.
horrible
Okay.
food. I mean, I try to eat. I mean, all food in America is horrible anywhere. It's not just the South. But no, I bring my own food.
He brings his own food when he has shows in the South.
Oh, you never been to a Long John Silver's, Bill?
What?
That's not
You
good
don't
enough for you?
You don't want like the fried okra, Bill? What are you bringing your own salad like a fag?
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, you bring your own Cliff Bars, Bill? Or, it ain't good enough for you?
Bill,
Oh,
you just snacking on your bag of raw almonds. You don't
yeah.
you want some fried chicken.
He's like, I bring my own Ozempic to Tennessee when I perform there.
I crush it up and snort it. And, at a certain point, he has a tincture that he puts into his 818 vodka.
Yes.
And he explains that it makes his seltzer. It gives his seltzer flavor without chemicals. It's like a bougie Mio, I guess.
Oh my God. This
Is what
woman
Anna-
will be a billionaire just like Kim.
Yeah.
She will be. And she'll use this. Yeah.
She's got a real, she's so sweet despite, I don't want to say like despite her upbringing, because I don't really know the extent of it. All I've heard is that her mother was a literal crackhead and the dad not in the picture anymore. And she's just raised by her grandma and she loves her. And I'm sure the first thing she'll do would be like buy her grandmother like a beautiful house. I could see her doing that.
That's the thing. She doesn't have any, she's just like, I'm just living life like it's golden. I was raised, my mama was a crackhead. I was raised by my grandma. I don't know who this Bill Maher is, but I'm just going to be myself. That's
Yeah.
what's so endearing about
She's
her.
like a Dolly Parton, like a young
Yes.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
I can't eat.
You really bring your own food?
Well, I only go for 2 days at a time. So I guess I can bring enough of my own food. I get one meal in my dressing room, after the show, that you can make sure that they prepare something fairly clean.
And
But-
decent for you to eat. What do you like to eat? I need to know.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about
Good
what we like to
question.
eat. Well, what I like to eat and what I do eat are two different things.
Oh,
I mean,
God, he's so boring.
you'll see when you get older, you can still look awesome like this, but you're
He wants so badly for her to find him sexy.
Right.
He used to run around with what's his face at the Playboy Mansion. What's that old guy who died? Hugh Hefner. He was his buddy. He'd be up in the grotto. Apparently he is a mega playboy in Hollywood. He hooks up with 20-year-old chicks all the time. So he can't stand that she doesn't know who he is. She's not fawning all over him. She's not like trying to like get on his knob.
He can't stand it. He wants her to know, oh, I can't eat the food in Tennessee. I'm in great shape. Hi, hello. My
I'm
name
rich
is
enough to bring
Tuah.
my own peanut butter and jellies.
Yes, exactly.
Tennessee.
I love Uncrustables.
When you're rich like me, you can eat Uncrustables every
Yes.
day, Haley.
And they won't be frozen, they'll be fresh.
I have my own Uncrustable slave making them fresh.
Yes, I have an Uncrustable machine. So
you're on a short leash as far as health. You feel me?
So you eat your greenies.
Well, that kind of.
I got you. I eat my.
She is talking to him like I used to when I would visit my old Uncle Roy in the nursing home. Like, oh, what are you having today, Roy? Oh, that's nice. You made a ceramic vase. Oh, what they keeping you busy over here?
She's probably gonna start asking him questions because she's like, I don't know where we're going with this.
He's like, I don't know. How about asking what he likes to eat? Because I don't know where this is headed.
What do you like to eat? Oatmeal. My grandpa likes to eat oatmeal too.
Sure does.
My greenies too.
That kind of stuff. Oh, really?
That's my favorite food to eat, like a vegetable.
Is your favorite food?
Like a
well, that's rare.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so boring.
Shaped like a chopstick. What do you mean?
So
What do you
fucking
mean?
boring.
Oh, you're
I got chopstick legs. I eat my veggies.
that's good.
I love my
America's,
veggies.
America's too fat.
Check, I got chopstick legs.
Really cute.
Yeah.
Way too fat.
Just a little.
No, a lot. And it's unhealthy and it's not cute anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, so this is, people like in LA, this is fairly normal. But in America, you walk around like this, and I'm sure they say, like, are you anorexic?
Yeah. I've been asked that a
And
few
you're like,
times.
no, you're fit.
Oh,
That's what
let's
you're- that's what-
talk about how great of a body I think you have.
Yes. Now let me look you up and down with my 818
my
and your
gosh.
while you hold a high noon. This is unbelievable.
He does
Like,
not need to bring any of this up in a conversation about her future. Like, we get it. We know she's cute and young and in great shape. But like
Yeah.
when you kind of, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm a mom now or what, but I'm just like, ugh,
His audience probably doesn't even know the story. He didn't even like explain what happened. Like this is the weirdest interview ever.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. He's 100% somehow erect. I can't do it. He's like, this is, and she is handling herself marvelously. She really is. So.
Yeah, there was.
I
I won't say the name. But there's a male comic who, when I went to perform in his state, I was doing a show there. We weren't performing together, but he was there, and I was like, let's grab lunch or whatever, because he's someone I look up to, and he's a really, like, he's a household name. He's a great comic, and like he made a pass at me, and I was like, oh, and I started calling him, like Uncle, his name. Like I was trying to like desexualize the situation because I felt uncomfortable, and I was like, ooh, like I need to let this person know that there is like no shot in hell. And I was like, this was just a couple of years ago. I had been dating Frank for years. We were solidly an item, and this guy was still making it past me. And I was like, I had to keep calling him Uncle. You know what I mean? Because I immediately was like, oh, I've got to take this out of the sexual realm.
Isn't it so easy being a woman? Yeah. Let me just we'll just call you, hey, Grandpa Burr. Yeah, that's the way. Instead of being like, get your dirty dick away from me. Like, please don't make passes at me.
Like he could
I
have
have
been
to call
drunk.
you a family member. Great.
But it's like I was like, this is gonna be good for anybody here.
What you're supposed to look like.
Yeah.
They just want to make everybody else feel bad
Because
because
America's so big.
so I'm saying
Yeah. I like how you think.
they
Hi, Tugs.
so that their fat ass feels better being anyway.
Hilarious. She really got the joke there.
So I eat pretty
Oh,
yeah.
so good.
I mean it's pure
Okay, hurry up.
and every week I say I'm roofing myself.
Okay, this is he's talking about his tincture now.
It's something to give flavor to sparkling water, so you don't have to have diet soda, which has chemicals in it. Apropos of our conversation about eating clean, even my soda's fucking clean. That's so fucking
Even your
clean.
tequila's clean.
So
Even my-
boring.
well,
That's so fucking boring, Bill. Stop talking about your rich people shit. It's not you're not connecting with her.
Is he drunk?
He's
drunk
something.
and/or high.
I don't know what he's mentally ill if he thinks this is the way that this should have gone. I don't know.
He's just high out of his
I'm not
mind.
gonna give him the excuse of being high. He doesn't seem high to me. He just seems like a fucking joke. Like, is this your first podcast you've ever done?
Honestly,
he's the industry professional here.
No, all liquor is poison.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
even
This is the my favorite part of this whole this whole episode. This conversation about spiked seltzer.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, hear me out. I don't like seltzers at all. I think they're disgusting, but I actually like these. They're pretty good. They don't taste like sparkling piss.
I don't even know what that is. Seltzer. It's just so it's non-alcoholic.
Oh, it is. It's
Oh, it
got
is.
4.5%,
Oh,
but it don't taste like piss water.
it's 4.5%
Alcohol, Bill.
alcohol.
Hmm?
And so it's like a wine cooler.
A wine cooler. That's his
Bill.
point of reference. Oh, like a wine cooler. Like
Bill.
what my
I mean,
mother
I
used-
guess not really, but maybe
It's a vodka. It's a vodka White Claw, basically. I mean, do
Yeah.
we need to? It's a high noon. You really don't know what a high noon is. You just, did a droplet into your 818 tequila thing, and you're acting as if high noon is an extremely popular seltzer vodka beverage.
He doesn't even know, and they probably, the fridge there is probably stocked with a variety of drinks for all the types of guests that comes in. It's like you don't even know what your own fridge is stocked with.
It could be like Stern. You know how Stern after COVID went into like a little bubble and like doesn't interact with
for
people
like
and
6
just,
years.
It's just like a little hermit in his own little fucking rich world. This is probably how Maher is. Maher.
Yes.
Maher.
Yes.
I bet he's like
No.
that. So he really is just out of touch.
It is.
You're
It
100%
could
right.
be like Stern, yeah. Like, oh well, what is that even? But I mean,
probably a
White Claw,
germaphobe, too.
Truly, High Noon, they've been around for far longer than COVID was. So, I mean,
But
that's
the thing,
fine.
You
but
can
I
say
mean,
like-
I don't know that Bill Maher, he just gives off the impression that he's never had anything less than like the highest ends of tequilas and whiskeys. Do you know
like
and, like
818 tequila, which he's plugging right there. Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't surprise me that he's not familiar with, and there's so many of these stinking seltzers out now, but it doesn't surprise me that he doesn't know what that is, because he strikes me as somebody who's like, oh, I'll take your, $8,500 bottle of wine, thanks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If he doesn't drink it or eat it, then it doesn't exist.
Like a watered down wine cooler is what it tastes like.
Like
Like this
White
one's black cherry.
Like White Claw? Is that the same kind of thing?
This is great.
So he
I love
does
it.
know what
Kinda, but I
White
don't
Claw
like White Claw.
is.
This is the best exchange ever. In fact, Keanu, I think that you should clip this for your show. Hold on.
White Claw?
White claws.
What?
White claw.
White Claw.
White claw.
White Claw.
White claw.
That's the
Oh,
most
no.
like pop exchange. White claw, white claw, white claw,
White Claw, White Claw, White
white
Claw,
claw,
White
white
Claw.
claw.
No.
I throw away. I love it so much.
Meat
Claw
versus
is the law.
poison.
Yeah.
Ain't no claws when you're drinking claws.
Like White Claw? Is that the same kind of thing?
Kinda, but I don't like White Claws.
White Claw?
White Claws.
What?
White Claw.
White Claw.
White Claw.
White Claw.
White Claw.
Exactly.
White Claw.
In that
Exactly.
moment,
Is
she's
it
just
old?
like, what the hell am I doing here?
He said, "Is that like a
It's
white
not-
claw?" She went like a
White
white claw.
White
White claw.
White claw. White claw.
White
White
claw.
claw. White claw.
She does have a very heavy accent, but come
It's
on,
adorable.
dude. Like you could still understand what she's saying.
White claw. White
White
claw.
claw.
Not a big difference between claw
White
and
claw.
claw.
It's like
Yeah.
Bill is trying to take her to finishing school. It's like you're not going to get rid of this accent, Bill.
She's
not
Haley
happening.
Doolittle. Then it's like all
White
I
claw.
want is a room somewhere
White claw.
filled with white claw everywhere. Like,
White
what is
claw.
he doing?
Huh?
Oil.
What word are we saying?
OIL. Oil.
Oil.
Oh.
Oil is how that's
Oh.
pronounced.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'm going to rule out network news anchor for you. But I do think broadcasting, because you have already a platform.
He's looking at her. He's like, he can't stop looking at her legs, which is like, dude, she's gonna catch that. I don't know. It's just.
I
don't know.
also have a question as to why she's dressed so casually.
She probably just, she had friends there somewhere. She was just on the boat. They didn't, so they allowed her to be dressed so casually, and that's just who she is. But and then he's gonna shit on her for it, and then make fun of her accent. Claw,
They probably just told her
oil.
dress however you would dress. I don't think they, because what if she gonna show up in a pencil skirt and heels? That's not her.
That's fair.
She's like
That ain't her. No.
she's like an apple pie girl next door.
The girls that did that too on like TikTok when they like went super viral and then they started like getting all their things done. It's like their audience completely like they disowned them shortly after because it was so fake. It was like, oh, now you're rich and so we don't relate to you. She's like super relatable because the way she is.
She's just folks, you know.
You know what it is?
I think I could tell him like the weather or something.
I got it already.
The weather.
No.
What you got?
You need to do a podcast. You do it right here on Club Random. If you do it my way.
My
Sex
way.
expert.
I hate this part.
Gotta do it my way, kiddo, by my rules.
Yeah. My way or the highway.
You also have to call
Look at his smug face.
Whisper daddy into my ear every morning. Get my coffee.
Hey.
Rub my feet.
Clawfee.
Claw. White claw.
And I'll tell you why. Wait.
Laughing. She's laughing at the idea of having a podcast on his network. That's cute. Nervously like, oh, okay, pop, sure.
Did you say a sex podcast?
Checking it.
He's about to say sex podcast. He just said podcast so far on my network.
Why? Because
I'm thinking about it all the
you
time.
need to, I told you were given this chip. You were given the chip of fame. Now you want to trade that in for something that uses that, but takes it to the next level. You have to like trade on what you're already known for. That's the one thing.
Which is sex. So that means that's all she can ever do. Maybe she wants to write a book. I don't know. Again, like maybe because I'm
How
someone
to
who
hawk
interviews
to it like a
people.
pro. New book.
He doesn't understand what she's famous for, though. That's the thing. He like doesn't get. Like, yeah, it was that clip, but it's not why she's famous for sex. She's not famous for sex. I don't know.
Right. She's
For her
famous for
charisma.
being adorable. That's why
Yeah.
she's famous. She's famous for saying a sexual thing very adorably.
This
and
could have
also
been
springs.
a phone call. Exactly. This could have been an email.
You're
A
known
phone
for.
call.
So you could do a
Phone call.
podcast for like I don't know if there's anything from somebody that age with that point of view, but it couldn't be frivolous. You have to take it seriously. Could you do that?
Possibly.
And talk about sex?
you do that? Are you too retarded to figure that out? Oh,
Yes, a frivolous. Her whole thing is frivolity. She's not a serious person. Oh, do you want to just do a 3-day-a-week podcast on my network? Do you want to go from working in a spring factory, getting drunk on the weekend with your friends, living your 21-year-old life, to just please move to LA and be a coastal elite with me and drink
she's like the female Theo Vaughn. Like I think she could do like a little bit of comedy, that type of a podcast where she's like just being silly, and I don't think she needs to talk about sex. That's for sure. She could just talk about
she's
country and how
I think she should in a very hilarious and wonderful way, but she could also talk about anything in a very hilarious and wonderful way. It doesn't
talk
have to
about
be
the
sex.
South. Talk about what it's like to be
She's just so wholesome, though.
Talk about what it's like to work at the spring
she's just a
factory
sweet-
and go out on the boat. Like,
I would listen to that.
I'd listen to it in a fucking heartbeat. He doesn't get her at all. He doesn't get her at all, and she doesn't know who he is. So
this is the thing I understand about podcast networks too. The only reason to join a podcast network is if they already have a ton of advertisers. So if I were her agent, I would be like, we could do it either a deal potentially with like our iHeart or with there's another one that has like a bunch of female
iHeart tanking though.
You just want to have one that has a lot of advertisers, because basically the sales team, they can just sell, like Wondery, I think is another one, Spotify. Like actually she's probably going to want to go to like a spot. If she did a podcast, she'd want to go to like a Spotify where they give you like $100 million or $60 million advance. Like going to Bill Maher's network is going to give her absolutely nothing. What kind of advance is Bill Maher going to give her? And like, what kind of advertisers could she do? You know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't need to, there's no value in my opinion of going onto Bill Maher's network. She already has
given her nothing but an erect dick and a fucking weird ass interview. Like,
Does
honestly,
anybody even watch Bill Maher anymore?
Oh,
No,
she gets
right now. Oh,
which
thank
is
you,
why
Rocky.
he had her.
Rocky Pentosi, thank you for the orange boy. Chrissy, you have to get Haley on. She's genuinely funny and original. Bill is so cringe right now. He doesn't know what to do or say. Rocky, I'm gonna work on it, boy. I'm gonna work on that for you. I would love to get we had a dream that we would get Lily on, and look, here she is. You know what I mean? Things can happen. K-Max, thank you for the yellow boy. Most of Bill Maher's attacks on wokeness he blames Generation Z for. The Gen Z women on Chrissy's panel. Are you more woke than previous generations? If so, why?
I don't think
Well,
are there Gen Z women on this?
I don't think there's any Gen Z on here.
Oh, of course. I'm
I'm
a
not
Gen
Gen
Z.
Z,
Let
that's
me
for sure.
answer that as a Gen Z. I of course was born in the early aughts. And
The early aughts.
But sure.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm
I'm not marrying a 55-year-old man at all.
I
I'm
didn't
Gen Z.
grow up listening to Prodigy. I don't know Prodigy noises.
I've never heard a Prodigy noise in my life.
Breathe with me.
A discovery I made of the Prodigy. I realized last night they did breathwork workshops for CRT programs at universities. This is how I know.
What's CRT?
Inhale, you are the victim. And
yeah. I get it now. Right, Asterisk, thank you for the yellow boy. The funniest thing about Bill is that he has no comedic achievement besides B movies in the 80s and no special anymore. No special anyone remembers besides a show that is a cheerleader session for the establishment. Right. What would he be without his writers, without his production crew? I would like to see a podcast, just him and his computer. What would he do?
He would do this.
He would be on SimpCast. Kate Carpenter.
Get out a box of tissues and
people can laugh at her all day, but I just saw her laugh at her 15 minutes going to the store and spend her fame money on food for an animal shelter. For now, pretty level-headed. That is adorable. Yeah, she loves animals. Good. I hope she don't get tainted by success. Okay, let's grab Mary. by the pussy. Bill Maher seems like the kind of guy who would poop in your yard. Who knows when the going gets tough?
It's so specific.
Interesting.
Bob's fan of Patrice. Gino is gay. Bill Maher is unwatchable. Shout out to Keanu. Thank you, Bob.
Hi.
Grab America again. If we know one thing for certain about Bill Maher, aside from his yard pooping habit, he does not employ any gay men as set designers. Maybe lesbians. True. The set I'm not impressed with. Rhinoceros Bill has never slapped any milk. Even toast is unaffected. That is a callback from Thursday when we were Milk Night Live slapping our milk. You'd have to see it to understand. Jeremy Parkhurst, this interview is giving straight up cast and class vibe. Yes, it is. Desert Pirate. He's so gross. He could be her grandpa. I hate his face. Samesies. Gay Carpenter. I bet a lot of Harvey Weinstein interviews went like this.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly. Bill Maher's about to like jizz into a plant right now. Like,
and again, the people saying, "Oh, she's 21, she can do what she wants." I'm seeing so many comments like that on Twitter. That has nothing to do with how he is coming across and the words he's using, how he's looking at her, his tone. He should be very careful to know, like, this is not that she's about to Me Too him. She's fucking cool. She's not going to complain about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, even if he gets drunk and like drools on her neck, she'll be like, "All right, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Maher. I'll see you later."
Thank you. So nice meeting you, Mr. Maher. Anyway, thank you for drooling on my neck.
You smell like my pop-up.
You know that girl? She was on like a reality show or whatever, and she has some disorder to where she looks like she's 12 or 8 or something. And
that's
she's
Lila Hart. She's a friend of ours.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh no.
She took you on face value with that. But no, this girl, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes,
Yeah.
It has the same vibe. Like, I don't care if she's 21. It's still creepy. It's like that guy that was wanting to date that girl. It was like weird pedo vibe. So it's the same vibe. I don't care if she's 21. It's weird.
It's like
it's weird.
That's not Lila. It's like that weird Benjamin Button disease,
Yeah,
like Andy Milonakis.
Yeah, she saw
right.
that.
Andy Milonakis looks like a really old little boy, right?
Exactly.
Like,
she carries around like a card and like a proof of her birth certificate or something because that like gets stopped by cops and stuff all the time because it's that much of a creep factor looks wise. Like, it's wild.
Yes.
But she's like 30 or something ridiculous.
Poor thing.
It's like
Ari's got to run. The final thoughts, feelings, anything that you picked up on this interview that we haven't mentioned yet.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes,
there you go.
okay.
I'm just really glad that you posted it because I didn't even.
There she is.
I didn't see it, and it was like giving. This is like how talent agents like creep on new social media stars because they're like, they're so new, they don't know what's what. But it sounds like she got a good management company. And like I said, the only reason she should join a podcast network is if she's getting like a multi-million-dollar advance because, do the math. Like if she's getting, so right now she just talked about she likes these high noons or she likes the wine cooler type things. She says she doesn't like, what's the one she doesn't like?
White Claw. White Claw. White Claw. White Claw.
White Claw. You could go get a multi with whatever brand. And so it's like if she does a podcast, it's a big time commitment, right? You have to do the I mean, Chrissy, you have to do the podcast every week. So unless you're getting paid, $100, I mean, she's getting paid. If she can get paid $100,000 for a 30 second 1 minute clip, but then she's going to do a 1 hour podcast. I mean, it just doesn't back out. So unless you get a multi-million-dollar deal from a big network like Spotify, Tuah, don't sign it. Don't sign this creepy guys.
If anyone's going to be sponsored by White Claw, it's going to be Keanu. And she drinks that shit more than anybody.
Law is the law.
ain't no laws when you're drinking clothes. Is that still
so true?
All right. Well, I love you guys.
Thank you, Ari. Thank you for bringing your expert opinion on
Guys,
the
I haven't seen you in a long time.
We appreciate you.
Hi,
Yes,
Ari.
we got to have her back soon.
was,
Hi, Ari.
I
We
think
love
you invented that voice in Vegas, by the way.
Bye. Well, bye. Thank God Haley is not the type of girl that is like big eyes. I want to move to the big city and become famous, because if she did, that is when you're in a position to be taken advantage of by guys like Bill. And I'm not trying to sound like a fucking nerd or a prude or whatever. People are like, oh, Chrissy's she's like a drip now because she's a mom and she's old. It's like, no.
You're not a drip. No.
It's if she was wide-eyed and starstruck, that's exactly the dynamic that Bill thrives off of, and that he was sort of hoping for, because then that makes him cool and high status, and that makes her low status and like, ooh, what do I have to do to get in your good graces, Daddy Bill?
Yes, exactly. Bill, I'll come to your hotel room and then you'll be wearing a robe, and I'll walk in there, and I guess you'll disrobe. Yeah,
I guess I'll rub your feet. I don't know much about foot rubbing. I rub springs, but
I love rubbing springs. How's this bed with the springs?
I can treat your ding-a-ling like a spring at the factory. I can test it out for its boinginess.
Oh
I know, but you ain't gonna call me around. Ain't gonna happen. No, absolutely not.
Well, and that's how he gets girls, is because he's famous. Like, he's hideous to look at. Sorry. He's
Absolutely.
Thank you for saying
Wait,
that.
is Bill Maher even? I always thought Bill Maher was gay.
He's single. He's a single, childless, old Hollywood.
Is he not gay?
uncrustable.
So probably gay.
I'm thinking. I always thought he was. I always thought he was gay. Is he not gay?
He's not gay. He apparently is like a fuck boy.
Oh, well.
Okay.
That's weird.
Are you
Yeah,
confusing
he
him with
thought
Anderson
this
Cooper?
interview was going to go way differently than it did. And she's just like, I'm not going to let you have this, man. I don't know who you are, Bill Mayer. But
I
I
want to be cool again, guys. I want to be cool again. Let's get that girl on. That'll make me cool. That'll make me,
Relevant.
young people like my podcast. And all the young people are like, this is so awkward. This is that gift.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you do, fellow kids?
What's it like to be a 21-year-old girl?
Yeah. So
I've
now
always
you
wanted
have
to be a
use
21-year-old girl.
Ew. Now he's trying to give her advice after he's like drinking his 818 out of a rocks glass, and then he did a little dropper in it. Does he do a little dropper in her high noon as well? Like, who knows?
Well, he even said that. He said, I always roofie my own drink. And even when he said that, I was like, ooh, that's weird.
Yeah, you could have joked.
Yeah.
Peeing. Yeah. Pee break.
I just think, like, if you're here to give her advice, Bill, there should not be one whiff of flirtation or anything sexual or anything commenting on her body or her looks or whatever. Like, you got to be fucking careful. If you're coming at this from a place of like, I'm going to give you advice and help you, you have to know, be aware of your status, your age, all that shit, your fame, and be so careful about how you come across. And it's more important for him to like feel cool and protect his boner, I guess, keep his erection going.
That's why he has those pillows there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's like he's giving her advice on something that she's not expressing interest in doing. Like it's
right.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about a sex podcast. It's not like, oh yeah, you should get into skateboarding or something like that, right? Like it's something a lot more like
right. She'd had no social media presence
like some activity
before this. She worked at a fucking spring factory. Okay. She had no Twitter. I don't know if she had an Instagram or not, but like if somebody already has this pop and they already have a big social media presence, you're like, okay, awesome. There's somebody like me or an Alex Stein or whatever who's like kind of fishing for a viral moment because that helps sell tickets or get views or whatever. And she didn't have any of that. So it's like odds are she maybe doesn't want to have a podcast, but everyone's like giving her a lot of ideas now. She's taking it all in. Who knows? I hope she succeeds at whatever comes of this. I hope she stays.
Yeah, even if she goes back to the spring factory,
she could fucking own. She should buy the damn spring factory and call it Tuah Springs.
I just hope she keeps the level head on her, because I know that like she did this like an introduction to some country concert a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you guys talked about this already. I'm sorry, I came in late, but she did this intro like, you know, oh, we're all here, we're here to party, and whatever it was that she said, like, go, whatever the guy's name was, woo, and like nobody. There wasn't even one drunk guy that was like, yeah, woohoo. There was dead silence. It was so awkward. I felt so bad for her. So I just hope that
she did. She did a private party. Was that what it was?
No, it was she introduced some. Yeah, it was a concert, and she introduced. I don't know if it was the main singer,
it was
or if it was like opening
concert.
act or something, but she introduced something or was on stage. It was like, all right, let's go. Y'all ready to party or whatever? And like nobody clapped. No, it was dead. It was weird to watch. Like I felt bad for her. So I just hope that she has somebody on her side or her herself, and she may be, that's super level-headed. Like, yes, I'm very famous. Yes, I'm getting a lot of attention. Yes, I'm getting all of these offers and deals, and I quit my job. But yes, I also realize that this may also never go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so fickle. I just hope that she is okay.
She should be doing everything she can right now to make as much money as she can without compromising her integrity and her soul. Because who knows what'll happen? Like if this is it, then at least she can, I don't know, save enough for her future. Whatever she wants to do with herself.
That's what I hope.
Well,
I worry.
Like anything bad. Like she'll be able to get a job. Like say she decides to ditch all this. I mean, anyone would hire her. You know, it's
it's not like she flashed the camera or something.
Yeah, exactly.
What if Lily? What if we see her at the next CPAC? How is it? What if she becomes besties with Nick? What if she becomes besties with Nick Fuentes and joins the America First movement?
Oh boy. They'd be like, get this fed out of here, Jew.
Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing I'm seeing all over my feed. She's Jewish. Don't trust this Jew. And I was like, damn, that's harsh. There's this somehow people have gotten a DNA test of her. Oh, she's 97% Jew. Watch out.
Like, what?
Oh,
Who
God.
cares? Oh my God. People are so weird.
Yeah. So
she
funny.
probably doesn't even know what that means.
Yeah. I thought an Ashkenazi was what happens to the spring machine when it gets clogged.
Nobody in the South knows what a Jew is. Like,
I grew up in South Carolina. Alan Fuchs was the first Jew I ever met. I swear to God. I'm like, oh my God, I've never met a Jewish person before. Even
they don't come across your radar. The first time I ever met one was in New York City.
Who knew those things were so?
Yeah, exactly.
It was all these like weird, like Jewish guys, like the real Jewish guys with their little hats and those little hair things.
Hasids.
Yeah. And
I'm
I
like,
was
you're
Jewish people.
Yeah. We don't got no Jews up down here.
No, we
Wait,
don't.
no. I mean, me and my brother were the only Italians in our high school. So,
really?
I mean, we didn't have any Jewish people around. Yeah, no, we were. Yeah, everybody's like, we're like, what's your nationality? They're like, well, we're country. I'm like, okay, well, that's not nationality, but all right. I moved to New York. I met, I'm like, oh, Jewish people. Well, all right. Here we go.
Push-up says Haley has high noon and not White Claw. Is Kiki mad? How do you feel about that, Keanu?
I love, if I'm not going to drink a White Claw, then I would drink a High Noon.
White Claw.
Like a High Noon. They have black cherry High Noons. They have pineapple High Noons.
Keanu's favorite is what? Black cherry and lime?
I like lime, black cherry, and I am partial to grapefruit.
I knew it.
So.
I don't like naggers. Lily, you and I have a lot in common. Ooh, but he doesn't say what that is. How?
Maybe it's his name. I don't like niggers.
Push-ups. Did he just call her Haley Selassie? I don't know. Thank you, Adam Simon, for the Chrissie Mayr membership. Grab America, Lily Gaddis, and Hawk Tuah should start a podcast. What say you, Lily?
That sounds fun. I'll be red pilling her.
Yeah, you're like an older sister. You'd be like, let me tell you the ways of the world. Let me
That
tell
honestly
you.
would be awesome. I feel like we would have a lot in common too, because I'm just like a country hick too.
Let me tell you what happens at CPAC, okay? It's not all fucking flags and fun.
You gotta
here.
avoid these gropers.
Yeah, the gropers, yeah. Second, women are obsessed with Tuah. Men don't care. I think
I
men
defy you to tell me a man that does not care and did not watch the Tuah video. That's
Yeah,
think,
all the men have seen it.
men are probably delighted by her.
Is Zach N saying that Bill Maher is not a man?
Right.
right. In my brain, he's not a man. He's a weirdo.
Push-Up says,
Well,
this
that's
is
fair.
transformative. By the way, Clippers, thank you, Push-Ups, for educating everyone. Philip Vecchio Whitney is from West Virginia. She can relate. Oh, that's good. That makes sense. Deranged lunatic Haley probably think Grandpa's off his meds. Exactly. That's how she's talking to him. The original Tuah girl, and it's a picture of Kamala. That's funny.
Oh my gosh, I love this account. Hi.
I'm starting my own tequila called Deep Throat. Oh, good for you.
Ooh.
Gina Bobina, Mar, 3 guys you set up poor Courtney with. Like, oh, Mar is better than that. Aw. That's a knock at you, Keanu.
How dare you? Those men were vetted and they were wonderful. And Courtney fell in
I
love with
think
all
this
3.
Gino Babina needs to lay off whatever is fucking with their brain there, because Bill Maher is disgusting.
Yeah, how
Zach,
dare you?
What?
He's not into her. She doesn't have enough melanin. Oh, he likes. Does he like dark meat? Philip Vecchio.
Oh, he's got jungle fever.
Fever.
He's got jungle fever.
Phil Vecchio with Dave Rubin. He roasted asked him about gay sex. Oh God, really? Ugh. Zach and Tuah look like Hannah Montana stunt double.
Ew.
She does. Very, very wholesome. Grab America. She has a lot of practice checking springiness. Gabriel Knight. What do most stand-ups think about Bill Maher? I remember back in the O&A days that Kumia hated him. I've actually never seen his stand-up, but I find him kind of glib and condescending generally. So I'm not.
And he still is like that, clearly. So
Yeah, he sees such hot shit. It's so annoying. It's like I hate him now.
Yeah, he's not relatable. Jeremy David, his cynicism is no match for her optimism. Yeah, she's a cute little thing. Desert Pirate, he's 2 seconds from asking for a demo. Creep. John Kennedy, Mara's motivation was to hook up with her. His actions are shameful and p-wordic. No good reason to bring her on. The left has no honor or shame. So John is going hard at Bill there. Texas Long Dog gifted 5 Chrissie Mayr memberships. Ooh, thank you, Texas. Jeremy Parkhurst, Haley should talk to Brett Cooper before the next creep comes across her face. True, Brett is a good person too.
I love Brett Cooper.
Armagod, Keanu, eat your monthly crouton, sweetie. She
just
called
ate a
you.
ravioli. We love it. Thank you.
K-Max, thank you for the yellow boy. Chrissy,
Calm
as
down,
bad as
Armagod.
behavior.
Stop being so obsessed with Keanu.
As bad as this behavior is from Bill Maher, wasn't this Howard Stern's radio show in the 90s? Young women come on and Howard asked them perverted questions. I still prefer that Howard to this one.
Oh, he
yes,
did
but we've now had the Me Too movement, so men like him should actually know better not to come across as a creepy sexual man of.
But there's also like young women going on to Howard Stern knew that that's what that was gonna be.
Whitney Cummings did the hottest.
He's kind of
female
he's surprising
comedian
her
contest.
with this shit.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
that is part of Whitney's come up. She was
it is.
hottest female comic contest on Howard.
I really hate what happened
It
to
was
Howard
her,
Stern. Yeah,
and April
but,
Macy and Esther Koo.
Yes,
and they all
exactly.
made it.
Yeah, and
And
look at that. Like, I loved Howard back in the day. He's obviously fallen off his fucking rocker. And he's probably great friends with Bill Maher, which is making sense because that's why they are doing so poorly. But yeah, this is something else. This is Bill trying to, I suppose, have, I don't know. It's like he's clout chasing her moment, Whereas she could just start a TikTok or a podcast all on her own, and he's trying to like get her into his sort of network, and she doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, he's flexing. He's just
yeah, watch Howard have her on soon. Watch him. He will, maybe. And then try and give her some
I'm
good
done going on
advice.
shows with these old Jewish men. They're lame.
Yeah. this one's even more Jewish than the last one.
He's
And
older
I
and more
know.
Jewish.
Yeah. Then there's this black lady there named Robin. She keeps laughing when nothing's funny. I don't know what to think.
And I know what he's saying is funny.
And because I would have laughed if it were.
I'm just being polite, I'm just gonna drink the cookies. Drink the cookies.
Can I just have another
the
high
cookies.
noon, please?
I'm just gonna drink the cookies and eat the White Claws. Hold on. I'm just putting milk into a bottle. Don't mind me. Da, 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 da.
Multitasking mama up there.
That's what we do.
Drink the milk so you stay hydrated.
What did you do during this show? I made milk.
Ooh, I did not.
I talked about
I tried.
the Kardashians. So nothing.
But seriously, serious issues, because there are a lot of really serious issues. I mean, there's one that's
seriously.
related
Here we
to
go.
what made you famous.
Here we go.
What? What am I going to say? You have no idea what I'm going to say.
I don't know where this is going.
What? I'm not predictable at all. I'm Bill Maher. Listen to my wisdom.
At least Howard does pre-interviews. This woman is going in fucking blind with this fucking clown. And she's like, and she handles herself marvelously. So I gotta give it to her. My God.
That's
He's
what
like,
Bill wants.
you have no idea what I'm about to say. And what he's about to say is like, well, you
Start a
learned
sex
that
podcast.
from porn, right? I'm like,
Yeah, here comes
Okay.
the porn combo.
But I'm
Okay,
kind of
I'm going to
nervous.
tell you where it's going.
She says, I'm kind of nervous.
You learned that thing about spitting from porn.
Did I?
Really?
I was working at the
Mr.
spring
Maher?
factory. When did
We
I have
spit-
time?
We spit all the time to get the machines working again. I think I would have known about spitting if it weren't for porn.
Yeah, how about this, Bill? While you were bringing your own meals to Tennessee because you wouldn't eat anything there, maybe the women in Tennessee aren't watching porn. If they are, good for them, good on them. Watch
Don't
it early,
assume.
watch
Don't,
it
ass-
often.
don't assume she watches porn.
Look
Yeah.
at him pointing at her. You learned that from porn. Maybe it's just something in their town that they like to do. Doesn't necessarily have to be porn. And you would love it if anybody that looked like Haley hawk Tuah on your sorry dick. Okay,
Here's-
Bill?
Here's
So
my
fuck
thing though.
off.
You don't even
Real.
have to learn that from porn. You could watch pretty much any rom-com that's ever come out, and it's brought up at least once.
Yes, it's true.
And also, he acts like he's never heard of like romance novels. That's a big thing women read.
Very true.
Very
Or-
detailed.
Yes, exactly. Also,
Or
Well,
just
and he's
maybe
making her
like if
so
you're having sex and then you realize that spit helps.
Right?
Yes.
It could also just be that. Like,
Yeah.
we're women. We're not dumb, mostly.
right.
I roll up my
Never
sleeves.
given a blowjob before. She just said she did.
Right. My
Or
mouth's
mostly.
a little dry. Let me spit on this man's dick before I blow him.
Yeah.
Maybe we came up with it came from somewhere.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't necessarily have to be porn. Look at him pointing at her. You
Ew.
learned that from porn.
You watch porn,
You
don't
are
you,
gross.
Haley?
You
Tell us-
learned it from
Tell us
porn.
what kind of porn you watch, Haley, so I can
Yes.
maintain this
Like,
erection.
well, you know what? I'm partial to gangbang. No, fuck
Oh
that.
my God.
Like, did he think that's what she was going to say? She's 21.
He's like one of
Look
those
at him
weird
pointing.
perverts that like, you know, those serial killers that like kill prostitutes and they like fuck the prostitute and then kill them. It's the same vibe. Like, Ew,
It is.
you're disgusting. You watch porn, but I want to fuck you at the same. You know what I mean? It's a weird.
Exactly. Listen,
vibe.
Bill, you learned that from
Yeah,
porn.
you're the old pervert, not her.
You learned it from porn.
And
Bill
Bill
Haley over here worked
Bill
at a
is-
spring factory.
He's 68.
okay?
He should be a grandfather, but he doesn't have kids, okay? And anybody in the chat, some people are like, oh, if you had a daughter, you'd feel a lot differently. He doesn't have a son or daughter. So he doesn't realize, like, he's talking to somebody that could have been his daughter's age or his granddaughter's age.
He doesn't
but
have
that's
kids
not-
and he's never been married.
Still living like a fuckboy. So he's not
Yeah.
making that connection. He still thinks he could have a chance with this girl.
Exactly. And they have the same
douche
size
pills,
legs. It's bizarre. It's
No kids,
awful.
never been married, and he says that that's because he likes sex a certain way, and he can't, like, which is a very nice way of putting, like, he's probably pretty kinky. Which, where did you learn that, Bill? Where did
Yeah,
you learn
Bill,
the
I
kinky
guess
Bill?
you learned it from porn.
Porn?
How about that? Yeah.
Or
That's
maybe his
interesting.
little friend Hugh Hefner.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's trying to like come
Yeah.
for her, and then he's probably like one of these weird Hollywood elite, you know.
Totally.
Exactly.
You know,
Hugh
guys.
didn't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You
outta
learned that. This is. I'll tell you where you learned it.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
you
I
watched
can't
porn.
come unless my head is in a blue apron box or something. Like I can't come unless my dick is in a.
It can't be a
factor.
HelloFresh box.
It has to be a Hello.
I-
Yeah, Hello Fresh.
I need a.
It can't be a HelloFresh. It has to be
I
Blue
have-
Apron or
I
nothing.
have to come into a mason jar.
Yes.
Don't ask me why.
I need a chilled shot of 818, a HelloFresh box in the corner, and then I need you to, spit on my dick. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
I have nothing for this man. And look at him accusing her, and she just keeps rolling
Yeah,
like,
she
well,
might not even
all right.
watch porn, but he's just
And
like,
if
he's
she
saying-
does, good for her. If she doesn't, then fuck off.
Either way, it's none of his business.
none of his business.
No, it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where that came. What? You did. Maybe not
She's
direct.
I think she's laughing because she's so nervous. She's
I
like,
would be
why
so
is
uncomfortable.
why is this old dude talking about porn with me?
I don't know. I don't know that I would be laughing. I think I probably would have just been so shell shocked.
Oh, that would freak me out so much.
But
This
she
is
doesn't
so
want to.
fucked.
She doesn't want to sit there and be like, "Ugh." So she's laughing to be like, "This has something to do with my face," while I'm figuring out how to respond.
I just want to rescue her.
Exactly.
You learned
But trust
that.
me, like that, the
Poor
idea of
thing.
spitting. First of all, it's gross. It's not necessary.
I don't need spit. I just
I
dip
don't
my
need that.
dick
I use the blood of
into-
my victims.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
blood
have.
of my victim.
I use melted butter and adrenochrome. I don't need spit.
Not the butter.
Exactly.
Don't,
Right.
not the butter.
Oh
It never
God!
existed before porn.
No.
Do you know that? Do you realize that?
Yeah.
And porn is not benign. It is not.
I don't know what benign means, but I'm just gonna shake my head.
And it has warped
Like
the
a
minds of
tumor?
the kids in your generation, especially the guys.
Yeah, they come up with some sick shit.
Yes.
People are just
Yeah, no, I know they are.
He's like,
People
I would
are
know.
fucking sickos. And, whatever floats your arc, but
whatever floats your work.
your arc. I visited
I don't know what an arc is.
once. It's in your state. It's the museum, the Holy Land Museum, I think they call it. You never been there where they
We
have the
didn't
extent-
get your joke, Bill. Okay, move on. She didn't get it. All right, move on from it.
Did
I
they
wonder
not
if he's-
give him talking points? Like,
I don't think he prepared at all for this. I think he said, "I'm." Just
He
gonna
was
wing
like,
this."
"No, I have my own talking points.
Apparently not.
It'll be fine."
he's just
I
like,
have a
I'm gonna
talking-
wing this. It's fine.
I
I
have a
talk to
talking-
21-year-olds all the
He
time.
used to
It'll
do a
be
sex
Yeah.
podcast.
Yes, I talk to 21-year-olds all the time.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
even
coast.
spit on my
I'm
my.
usually
But I really
drunk
want to
at the
know what
bar,
it's
but
like to be a
it's fine.
21-year-old
Yeah.
girl.
I'm gonna get by on my charm alone.
Yes, and my thin legs, just like her.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Jesus riding a dinosaur.
Do they really?
What?
Well,
I
they
don't-
believe that Jesus lived on the earth at the same time as the dinosaurs, which is really stupid.
You think dinosaurs are real?
Did you graduate high school?
I did.
Yes, she doesn't think dinosaurs are real. She's fucking based. I like her. More and
I
more.
love it.
And do you think they taught you anything?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a few things about numbers, but other than that, nope.
Right.
She's great.
It is the saddest thing.
It is. They don't teach you anything you need to know about life. I worked at a gas station for 3 years and learned how to write a check there. Our school didn't teach us that.
Not just about life, but like we used to actually learn subjects. You know, like history and.
Ask her about working at the gas station. He spends most of this podcast is him talking, him telling her the ways of the world, him doling out advice that she doesn't ask for.
No.
I would sit there and be like, tell me about what it's like to grow up in your town. Tell me about your grandmother.
What it's like to be a fucking like monster of a human being and have you know this amount of just narcissism. That's what I would ask. I'd be like, okay, what are we saying here?
Yeah, he doesn't even get how a conversation works. Like when she brought up the gas station, he should have rolled off that. But no, it has to be about him. He's got to talk about him.
Yeah, tell me that. Tell me about that. Like, you know, what was it like? You learned to write a check at a gas station? Wow, that's interesting.
Why? What are you
We
writing?
could make
checks for
it
at
like,
gas
yes,
station?
the South has a poor education system. All right. Like, all right, we could make it like that. But no, Bill's just like, boo.
I'm just looking, I'm scrolling.
Awkward interview.
I'm scrolling past this. I'm looking at her body language alone, and she goes, if you're into somebody and you like a conversation, you cross your leg towards them and you lean towards them. And I'm just looking at her body language. She's crossing her leg away from him, which is like, doesn't bode well for.
How long is this interview?
Yeah.
Too fucking long. Let's see. Where was
Well,
I?
I had a man opening the door for me. I can
Good.
get it myself.
Could you
know?
also move my barbells up to the attic if you got a minute?
Your barbells? I don't know how heavy are they. Let me get back to you on that.
But so your grandmother raised you, huh?
She did.
And where was your mother?
She's
Oh, on
crackhead.
the street doing crack somewhere.
Really? Fuck. The way these people just have kids and then get in a cab.
Yup. They say, peace. She gone.
So what's your relationship with your mother now?
I still don't speak to her.
Is she better?
I don't think he should focus on like, man, your mom really sucks. I can't be like, wow, your grandmother sounds like a fantastic lady because she raised you, and look how down to earth you are.
Well, forget that. Like, if you
look what you've overcome.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey, I was just going to say the same. Like, how about you focus on, wait a minute. So you are not what everybody is saying about you online. Like, you're not some rich Southern country girl. Like, you came from this and your grandmother stepped up and your mom is like, hello. What are you doing?
Like a lot of substance to you, a lot to offer.
And I see you're also not doing crack. So that's a great level head you got going there. You know, like, hello?
Yes, but she watches porn, and that's why she knew to.
So he needs to shit on her mom for that.
Yeah, good. Very, very progressive.
And
of
I think
you,
he should have
Bill.
started. He should have started with the family stuff, because now that he knows like where she's come from, kind of feels a little inappropriate and creepy to bring up porn, right? It's like, learn about her story,
Right,
and like, and then now you know where to point her. Okay, like maybe a girl who lives with her grandma is not like, you know, watching a whole bunch of porn.
Especially with
time.
grandma in the room. She probably watched no porn. Maybe
I
this
gotta
is-
wait till grandma falls asleep, and even then.
And even then, that's not how I learned. Learn from men like you, Bill. Like, fuck off.
I would ask her, tell me about your best friend who you take everywhere with you, who you've brought to every appearance, these games, that country concert. She's like so loyal to this best friend of hers. She's always shouting her out.
Event.
Yeah, hold on. We have to focus on Courtney's dog for a minute. Look at
The
this dog. The doggy. Oh, is
There's
this Chunky?
two of them. There's
Say
two.
hello. Is it
This
Chunky?
one's Cricket.
Cricket.
No, this one's Cricket.
Oh, hello, Cricket.
Look at the edible head.
Oh, I like that Cricket just stays on her little pillow. Chungus.
This one's like, I was asleep, Mom. What the heck?
I'm partial to
I know
Chongus.
Chongus is kind of mad. I love Chongus. She's Chongus is a loaf of bread. And she's actually she's kind of mad at me right now. Okay, hold on.
What kind of a name is Chongus?
She did not want to be woken up.
Is that Dutch?
Oh, you woke her up.
She was passed out.
I don't know if it's I don't know where it comes from. She came with the name Josie, but I don't feel like she's a Josie. I called her Yoshi for a little while, but Chongus just seems really fitting for her.
Chongus. I like that they're like kind of the same.
And Cricket.
Did they come from the same breeder?
No, they're both rescues. And
That's crazy.
Yeah, Cricket.
Did they come in together?
I know. Well, like, no, they. Cricket was here for a couple years, and then I don't remember how long she was here, like 5 years. And then Chongus, I was at like a dog rescue event where you get to like do a bunch of meet and greets with a bunch of different dogs. And Chongus just waddled over to me and just plopped over onto her back for a belly rub. And I was like, oh my God, this dog is so cute. And then when I picked her up, I was holding her like a little like a baby, like this. And these ladies came up, and this lady was like, "Is that Josie?" And I was like, "Yeah, isn't she so cute?" She was like, "She tried to bite me." And then this other lady was like, "Oh my God, she wouldn't even let me get near her to even get like close enough to bite me. She was so mean."
Oh,
and
so you knew
I was like,
Josie.
I don't know if you're talking about the right dog, because this thing
You're
is
like maybe you have bad
really
vibes.
cute.
Yeah.
She wanted to come
So
on with me,
cute.
so I was like, all right, well, we're gonna have to confuse Penelope.
Oh,
I know. I'm like, maybe you guys are all
Penelope.
just bitches. But yeah,
Right?
so
Rhinoceros.
turns out Cricket needed a twin.
I love it. They're
I know. Poor Penelope. I
cute.
think she got like confused them for a while. Like she'd just look around and be like,
She's like, I don't know your names. I'm not gonna learn them.
"Yeah, you're just sweet babies."
Rhinoceros says, like I said, Mr. Burns from the 90s. Yeah. All right, let me see. What else is here?
Is she not on crack?
I wish I could say no.
But you don't know.
I don't keep up with her. I couldn't even tell you where she's at.
Really?
Mm?
And she doesn't try to find you?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope. I'm fine with
Aw.
it that way.
Oh my God.
I've done this long without her. I don't need her now.
Yeah, good for you.
Never have. Because I got my granny girl.
Your granny.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's her mom's mom or her dad's mom.
And she raised you.
Wait, how old are you? And you're not married?
Yes. Interview him. Turn it around.
Yes. Turn
She's
it
like, I
on
don't-
around.
I don't want to talk about my my crackhead mother,
My sad,
Bill.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Sad laugh.
Yeah.
68, never been.
68. How do you feel about an
She gasped.
80-year-old woman?
This is great. She's about to set him up. Try to set him up with her grandmother.
Oh, honey,
How do you feel about that?
if you only knew the first thing about me. You
What's
would-
And the first thing about me is that I'm
Huh.
a big fucking creep.
First thing about
And
you.
yeah,
well, then I
He
wouldn't
don't
be
like
with
I'm gonna
that
call
she
you
doesn't know
Papa.
anything about him. He does not like that. Yeah.
That's why he doesn't know how to talk to her, because he only knows how to talk to girls who are like trying to get with
we're,
him. or get his
we're
money.
trying to lick his ball
Yeah.
sack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All or nothing. But hey, I'm trying to throw something
Yeah.
together.
Absolutely. Hopar, is that like Tennessee for daddy?
No, that's like grandpappy, you know?
She's like, I will not call you daddy. I know you need that for your erection, but I'm gonna stick to the grandpa thing.
Oh, I
I'm not
see.
calling him
I'm not calling you
dad.
grandpappy,
Dude,
but
if
I'm
there's
gonna call you
fire.
Papa.
Yeah. I will not call you dad. I'll call you Pawpaw.
So
Grandpappy Bill.
she raised you.
Grandpappy Bill, the least sexual nickname possible. He hates this.
And
He looks so defeated.
your
He's
father.
so defeated. His penis is literally like just taking its little card and punching out for the day. The penis is like packing its lunch and going home. Like,
We're packing it up, boys. It
yeah.
ain't
His penis is literally like screwing his thermos together, putting it back in his bag, and being like, "I'm going home, Bill. Well, this isn't happening. Just
It's
called you
over.
Grandpappy." punching out. Holy shit.
Wow.
Father?
He's here.
He's here where? What's here?
Like he's here and there. He's always worked a whole lot, but I don't live with him.
Oh.
He's worked a whole lot.
Yeah, he works a lot.
But didn't raise you.
He did.
Oh, he did.
Hmm?
He lived with you and your grandma?
Mm-mm.
He looks
Like I go stay with him every other weekend and stuff like that.
What about this story is confusing, Bill?
Yeah. She's her listen to how she speaks. She's very clipped. She's like kind of her answers are very short. Her guard is
She does not want to talk about this.
If you are a good interviewer, you should be able to read what she's putting out to you, Bill. You know, she does not want to get into it. You're not making her feel comfortable. She's not going to open up about this. You got to pivot. But
everything about this for her is uncomfortable. She's like, yeah, well, Mom, I don't keep up with her. So anyway, next question. You know, like
you're not gonna get a tearful viral moment out of her about this. Like, oh, I'm a victim.
Yeah,
my
my
mother was a
mommy.
crackhead.
She's like, I don't know where she is. Didn't keep up with her. Anyway, could we move on?
Next.
Next. Thanks.
Oh, so he was in
I
your,
just live with a
so he
granny.
was in your life.
Yeah.
You're not mad at him.
No.
Just the mother.
Yeah, we despise that woman
Right.
very badly.
Well, you know, who can blame you?
Yeah.
I mean, you only get one mother.
Yeah.
So if that
She's got a good soul, I guess you could say, but she's just, how can I put it? She got in the wrong crowd. If that makes sense.
And see, you know what? You haven't earned her trust enough in this interview to get her to open up about this subject because you just spent the first 20 minutes talking about how she should have a sex podcast. Oh, she talked to her because of porn.
Yeah, you watch porn. And she's like, well, no. Anyway, and she's like, you don't even like the food where I come from. So anyway, can we just move on?
She's been like judgmental the whole time. So like, why would she want to open up with him?
Yeah, making fun of her, like correcting her accent and the way she speaks.
Right.
No.
What?
He's
Claw.
like,
Claw.
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 Arc.
Claw.
Arc.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you mean arc?
Yeah.
Jeez,
No.
though.
This guy
Yeah,
can.
she has a good soul. She's just hell, who am I kidding? Fuck her. We ain't worried about her. We're not worried about her.
No, I think that's the right attitude.
Yeah.
You have a very healthy
you
attitude
think-
about that, which, you know.
What did you say, Kiana?
And no, just do you think that's the right attitude about her mother?
Right.
Which you knew nothing about. Do you think that, Bill? Okay, great. Wonderful.
Again, he should have focused on her grandmother because she would have lit up talking about her grandma. Talk about what she always. If you want people to talk to you, ask them to talk about what they love.
Do you think his team was like, you need to interview this girl, and that's why he's being like such a fucking like cunt about it?
Or if it was his idea? I think it was his idea because he wanted to discover her.
Yeah, discover her. Okay, well, he's doing a terrible job.
Yeah.
She's already been interviewed by people way cooler than him.
Oh yeah. There's nothing cool about this man.
I don't know any of them, but they were cooler.
This is a loss. He needs to take the L and be. No, he honestly needs to apologize to the public and her for this. Yeah,
his
penis.
penis is crawling under his butthole right now, and just like his penis is literally crawling into his butthole. It's not happening, and he's like, I don't even know what to say anymore. Now,
Honestly, his erection has subsided, and now he's just sitting there like, I don't know what to say because I did not prepare, and I thought this would be cool. I thought she would think I was cool. I thought she would think I was hot cool.
I bet you he was thinking. Heard she didn't have a dad in the picture and all that stuff, and he was gonna be all like, "See, this is why you learned it from porn." Blah blah blah. And look, she pulled a freaking plot twist on him. It's like Sixth Sense all over again.
She's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not gonna play your fucking game, dude." Okay, great.
and this fake, like this put on, Oh God, this must have been really hard for you. No, it's not, Bill. Your brain is not working that way. You're literally like picturing her naked right now. You want
You
her
are.
to think you're cool. You want her to have a podcast talking about sex. You're picturing her watching porn. You don't have the capacity for empathy for this woman at this point now. It's like,
No.
you're like, oh wow, this whole rough upbringing is really ruining my boner.
Exactly. When he goes to Tennessee, he eats Cliff Bars. Like
Yeah.
I hate him. He's disgusting. Like
Not everybody does. You were dealt a shitty hand. You could feel sorry for yourself, but I see.
I won't.
No, that's great. And you could be bitter and talking about I'm a victim, and we're all victims to different degrees. Of
No,
different-
Are
I'm
you?
like,
No, Bill, you're not a victim. You're doing very
you're
well.
a predator on this woman, basically. You're not a victim. You're a fucking weird predator. Go away. Stop. Ugh.
He's like, I wish you were more vulnerable and more impressed by me, but you're not. So shit.
almost a
So I know
crackhead
it.
and just crying about this and that. No,
Right,
you're not gonna get that out of me.
right. And later on in life, if you want crack,
I know who to go to.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the way you gotta look at it.
come on, there's always a positive in
I'm sure it
everything.
wouldn't be hard to find her. Mama, you got some crack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, we're kidding about that.
She wouldn't share.
Right.
He wouldn't share.
Oh, it's the dark
She's-
humor that gets us
he's-
through it.
He's more funny than he's been this whole time.
Yeah, she's cute. She's hilarious.
Let's see
like
what
Yeah,
else.
crackheads. They're not big
They're like
sharers.
Superman.
Yeah, they're not big sharers.
No.
It's an addiction.
Also, what
Um,
is going on with the
but
screen
that's
when
good.
it's like pan on that side? Like
I was gonna say it's like
It
a
keeps
weird.
bothering
One of
me.
his legs are cut off, and then it's
is it like
just
a
his
green screen
crotch.
or something? Yeah, it's
I have
very
no
odd.
idea. It is odd.
Like what a half-assed studio.
Yeah, honestly,
I do
what's
expect
happening?
better. Yeah. I would expect better from I guess he's a millionaire,
I know, the great
That
Bill
you're-
Maher.
You can let yourself be mad. Mad is better than sad.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
feel like how to
Mad
feel.
is strong. I mean, not too. Obviously, you could take that too far. You don't want to like,
Ugh.
shoot a president's ear off.
No, you
You
ain't gotta
know,
worry about that. I'd probably shoot my own foot off or something before I got to that.
Yeah. Do you have guns? You're from Tennessee. You must.
I mean, all my family does. I don't really fool with them much. I'm telling you, I'm not coordinated. I'd blow my toes off. Like I don't need a gun.
Right.
Yeah.
Where do
But
you
if
live?
you-
Where do you live now? You still live
So-
with Grace?
What's your address?
It's an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, if that, south of Nashville. It's
Okay.
out in the boonies. Like
Yeah.
if you go down through there ain't nothing. You
Oh,
would not
I-
eat there.
Oh,
There's no way you
I'm-
would.
I am familiar with America now.
There is no way you would find where I live, Bill, so don't even try.
Yeah. I live out in the boonies. You know what that means, Bill? No,
Make a right at the brown cow, keep going till you see the horse.
Yes. Take
And
a
I'm right
right at the the bird box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bird
take a
box.
right
You won't be
there.
crying
Wait
in
till you
small
hear the
town.
bees buzzing, and then you're right there. Like, you ain't gonna find where I live, Bill.
Push-ups. This is actually pissing me off. Nothing worse than an elite who lacks humility and thinks he's better than others. What is he so proud of himself for? His little
Nothing.
bubble. His bubble push-ups. His little
Yeah.
tincture in his tequila drink.
His skinny little legs and his A18 tequila.
His expensive shirt, so he gets dry cleaned.
Yeah.
Real Black Betty, when will Lily go on the Hodge Twins pod?
I don't know. We'll see.
Ooh.
Do you want to do that?
I think that'd be cool. They're hilarious.
Yeah, I think they're great. They seem fun. I would like to be in an Oreo with those two. Sam sucks work is interviewing her. All I can think is how great of a fit she'd be for SimpCast and CMP. Very down to earth. You'll land her one day. Thank you, Sam. Keep my fingers crossed, and I'm gonna keep my fridge stocked with high noons in case she comes by. White Claw.
Claw. Claw.
White Claw.
Wow.
White
I
Claw.
love her
Like
accent.
a
I
high
love her accent.
noon.
I'm gonna. All right. Let's see. I might skip around. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to comment on with this. We could keep watching this. I wanted to talk about also this conversation around tattoos. Let's see if he says anything else cringe here.
Yeah.
Not that. No, I mean, I'm not saying I'm the guy in Deliverance in the woods, square like a pig. I'm just
You are the
saying.
guy in the woods.
No,
I checked out your
I just
area.
know that like outside, when you, especially in the South and the Midwest, when you get an hour outside of the city, you are really outside of the city. It's Deliverance.
It's kind of here.
I know. That's cool. You're not supposed to. You're not. It's not on the test yet. In a year.
Yeah.
You,
You're not supposed to. Oh, all these things that I want you to be impressed by that you don't have a clue about. Oh, and then he justifies being like, it's okay. You're not supposed to know.
You're not supposed to.
He
Your mother's
just
a
keeps-
crackhead. Yeah.
He keeps throwing out his pole and
I
he's
know.
reeling it in and nothing's coming back. Just a sad worm going, I don't.
She's like,
didn't care.
anyway, yeah, thanks.
I
Bye,
keep
Bill.
chumming the water. Nothing's coming up.
You're not. So you mean you're not impressed by my studio?
You're still not impressed?
well, you know, you don't want to wait too long. Another great bit of advice, I think, for anyone your age is when you're 21, it does seem like the world and the time ahead of you is limitless. It's an ocean of time. It goes pretty quick. You don't want to turn around, which happens like that, and you're 30 and you still haven't like made a start with something. Unless you just want to like get married and have babies, which is perfectly okay.
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to
This
do
is
it.
my prime time.
Right.
Like, I want to get out there and have some fun, you know?
Right. I
See different shit. That's what I'm doing right now. This is my first time in LA.
I'm still doing it at 68. So you're
Yeah, we
preaching to the
know.
converted about
know. Yeah,
that.
there you
Okay.
go.
I never understood that. I was like, wait, there's a fun phase of life. Let's just keep doing that phase.
Yeah, there you
Instead
go.
of these going to these phases of, oh, now we're married and now we have children. And now
Have you been married?
I told you I was never married.
Never?
Never.
You got any kids?
Not to my knowledge.
No? Not to your knowledge?
No.
Sure. Like, sure, have fun. But notice how like weirded out she's like, wait a minute, you're this old and you didn't do either of the. It's perfectly fine to have fun in your 20s. I think in your 30s. But like, if you haven't gotten it, I don't know. She's a little bit judging him, like, wow, you're just gonna be fucking single till you're 80
And
Just,
hitting on chicks like me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's
And again,
weird.
I was saying exactly what she was saying when I was her age. And then I hope she eventually does get married and have kids because I don't know, unless she really for sure doesn't want that one, that's fine too. But I also didn't want to get married and have kids when I was 21. So, and that's kind of a normal place to be because you're just starting out in the world.
No.
This is Bill's world. We're just living in it.
Exactly.
You're damn right.
Now you're catching on. But I don't find that to be a detriment, and I don't feel any need to apologize for it.
Yeah.
But also, yes, I do like my own company. Not all the time, but I just some people, it's just your nature. I travel alone. I like to travel quickly and do what I want to do when I want to do, and
I'm set in my ways. Nobody.
Me.
And why is he even talking to her about this? She doesn't want to know about what you like to do by yourself, Bill, which is probably jerk your tiny peen to her. Okay. She doesn't want to know what you want to do like by yourself. Like, why is he trying to make her feel like he's so cool?
He's trying to
He doesn't
justify
know who you are.
He's justifying his lonely existence. Like, well, I get what I want when I want it. And I have money, and I like my own company. And if I want someone else, I'll just pay for it. And
There's nothing wrong with being single for your entire life. There's nothing wrong with having no kids. She knows that. Could we get to her? Or do you want her to know about you because your dick is hard? Okay. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
What is it? Like, why don't you ask her a few questions other than her crackhead mama and or that like you don't like food from the South? All right. How about we ask her a few questions, Bill?
Right.
Bill. Okay, and not make fun of her accent. Thank you.
Yeah. Get her to open up. You're talking to her long enough to know what she could open up about right now, and it's not sex. Rhinoceros, thank you for the yellow boy. She's giving Bill the whip from the critically acclaimed Prodigy album, and he doesn't realize that she beat his ass faster than Disney's views. Yep. Thank you, Rhinoceros. Simon Ho. Hawk Tuah. Suck it, Bill. Yeah, he's like, maybe I could be Cock Tuah and you could be Hawk Tuah. We could go on the road together.
Yeah. Bill Tuah, Haley Tuah, Sokka Tuah.
Jeremy Parker, he wants to rail her. Most people do, but the age difference and the creepy way he goes about it is very untoward, as Kiki would say.
Extremely untoward. Very untoward.
Can the men listening in the chat, can you please confirm for me if you're like, yes, he's talking to her like he wants to fuck her? Like, just
it's a little weird.
I want to hear from the men. I could be totally wrong, but
I can tell from the way he's sitting that he wants to fuck her. Like his
genitals
trying
are
to be the cool
exposed.
guy. Yes, he's.
I mean, listen, she's young, she's pretty. Most guys probably would be like, "Yeah, I'd hit that." You know what I mean? But he's just he's just so creepy.
He's not conducting.
Well, it's one thing to be like, yeah, she's attractive. I would fuck her if she wanted to fuck me. Great. But when you're a 68-year-old man and she's 21 and you're just being weird on camera in front of the world to see, like, that starts to change things a little bit.
Well, and there's a way to like hit on people in an interview. If it was like fun and lively and it was like, hitting on her in a funny way, there's a good way to do that, like where it wouldn't be creepy. But he's like so serious and then just puts these little hits on her here and there. It's so weird. Like, make it fun and lively. If you want to hit on her, then maybe she would actually like respond.
Yeah, it'd be
right. Exactly. Instead, he wants to like give his resume and shit on her entire life.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, well, oh my God, Claw. Like, he makes fun of her, but it's not in a funny way. And then
you watch porn, so we should
watch
porn.
We know where you got that. Okay,
this is a great
Bill.
point by Matthew. He's flaunting his wealth and his pseudo intellectualism to try to impress her. Exactly, and you know where she's from. Neither of these things will impress her.
She's like, all I know is Springs, my crackhead mama, and I like a high noon every now and again, and a hot Tuah. So you ain't gonna impress me much.
I wear my cut-off shorts everywhere I go.
Old dudes like this. Having a chick that thinks you're cool makes you feel cool and younger and still relevant. And the fact that they're not connecting just makes him feel old.
Yeah.
And she's not validating him.
And why should she?
Exactly.
She's like, I don't know who this is.
No.
My parents didn't even watch him. I don't even got a mama. She's on crack. Like, she's like, my grandma didn't even watch him. She has no fucking idea.
And Bill, this is why he's not married. He doesn't have a family. So that's where you would get your validation. He doesn't have grandkids. That's where you get your validation and love from at his age. He doesn't have any of that. So he has to he's just out there like another single bro, except you're not like young and hot. You're 68. So you're competing with all the other like younger hot guys for Hawk Tuah.
Yeah.
It becomes a little bit sad at a certain point.
That don't impress Haley much.
No, it don't.
Do this and not have to explain it to anybody. And, looking back in my life, I realized most of the stress came from being in a relationship, even a good one.
Even a good one?
Even a good one, because you're still...
because it was me. And relationships are compromised, and I wasn't willing to do that. So now I'm alone, hitting on a 21-year-old.
Or at the very least, even if he's not hitting on her and we're somehow just reading too much into it or whatever, even though people in the chat are validating what we're saying, you're trying to relate to a 21-year-old in a really weird way. Like, this should be a business
in a terrible way.
Yeah.
He's trying to relate to her in a terrible way.
Yeah. It's
Business
creepy.
meeting. Right. This could have been I'm sorry, you're too fucking old and irrelevant to her for this to be a fun podcast. Okay. She needs to do Drinking Bros or what did she did? Barstool, Whitney. That's all on her level. You're not here to hang with her. If you want to be about business, make it a meeting and don't be high and drunk.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Push-ups. I'm just gonna read these all in a southern accent. If one push-ups, if one wants to go to the people and remain with the people, one must first of all learn not to scorn the people. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Thank you, push-ups. So wise. Happy Plague Doctor. Bill wants to murder her and throw her off his boat after having his way. Oh God.
Probably.
Oh my God, Zia's here. I thought you were naked. Zia is not naked. She is in a bikini.
No, I'm wearing a bikini. I thought you had no clothes on. I was like, that's a bold move, Zia.
I was like,
uh-oh,
wait. We can have no naked girls.
I thought she was bent over. I thought she was just aiming her ass at the camera.
Zia's here to take my whole channel. I
was like, that is a beautiful greeting, ma'am. Can you do that all the time?
I'm gonna go ahead and move. I'm gonna move Zia up a little bit so that she's not hidden by the super chat.
Make her big. Make her big.
He's
I'm already too big.
Dan C, he's creeping hard. Thank you for the yellow boy, Dan. He's creeping hard, and it's weird. I'm 30 years younger than him, and she looks like a kid to me. She's funny and adorable, but not a romantic prospect. Exactly. Thank you, Dan.
Exactly.
It's my love, Frank Pellegrino. He's using the corn discussion to lead to what kind of corn do you like? Oh, me too.
Exactly.
And then, hey, come upstairs. We can watch together in my theater. Oh, the fucking yes. He was gonna flex the whole I have a personal home theater thing.
We can go and watch it together. She's like, well, I like, two ladies going down on each other. He's like, I love that too. Why don't you come on up? Yeah.
Old rich people love to flex that home theater thing. And
I hate, oh God.
Keanu, me and Keanu had a moment like that. We were like, no, we don't want to come to your home theater.
No,
we don't want to come to your home.
It don't impress me much. I think that's a terrible thing. Ugh.
Everybody's commenting on Zia's boobs, but I'm distracted by her abs.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted by her personality.
I'm distracted by her home theater.
I'll admit it. I love your personality too, but those abs be popping. All right.
I love you for thinking I have abs right now. You're the best.
Them from here, and I'm blind.
You're the best. It's been, I can't wear like any of my clothes right now. It's fine. I'm not better at all.
You look great, Zia. What's new? What's
new? God, I sold my house and moved. So that's been just like consuming my life for the past, 2 months. No, longer than that. It's been like 3 months because we had to get it ready to sell because it needed a bunch of work done to it. And I couldn't afford to hire people for everything. So I did a lot of it myself.
Wow. Damn.
And things have just been very chaotic. But it sold. Wow. We got like 40,000 over asking, which is awesome.
Heck yeah. In this economy?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was great. Able to pay off the debt and like at least not have the stress of that anymore. And I gotta tell you, I'm so fucking excited about renting for a little while. It's so nice. There's like plumbing, there was like an electrical issue. We just had to call the super and they came and they fixed it and we didn't have to pay anything for it. It was so nice.
That's
Eventually
great.
I'll buy again, but for now this has been it's nice to get rid of the stress.
Boobs are looking great.
They
marvelous.
They do.
So
yeah,
much.
they look fantastic.
I love them. They're like little stress balls. These are my little rolls. These are also my stress balls. my little
listen, I know exactly what you mean. Okay, I'm in the t-shirt for a reason. All right.
No, you look amazing. From this stupid surgery, I was sidelined for like 6 months because then I had an injury after that. And I gained like 10 pounds. So I don't want to think about it.
Oof. I'll take your 10 pounds over my 30 any day.
Lol.
Stupid food tastes delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Try pushing the kid out. Try pushing the kid out. Then you'll be like, oh, remember when I just gained 10 pounds? And I thought that was...
Yeah. You're like,
that was the end of
the world.
Zia, I don't know how much of the creepy Bill Maher Tuah interview you saw, but I just wanted to get your take. I can replay a little bit if you want, but
I didn't get a chance to see it, but just from what I've been hearing about it, she is an adult, so she's 21. She can talk about sex. I don't think that's a bad thing, but that also doesn't stop him from being creepy as well, because he's old as dirt and it's real fucking weird.
Yeah, and of course, it's not about like the subject matter. Of course, it's how it's
how
like,
he's being creepy.
Yeah,
he is he's a little tone deaf. It's either he's too proud,
Not a little tone deaf. He's tone deaf.
Yeah,
100%. He had no idea how to handle this interview. It was so fucking creepy. And yes, she's 21. And I think he was going to walk in there and think like, oh, she's gonna just, slide off her chair for me. And she was like, I'm not, you know what? I don't know. I'm not sliding anywhere. In my grandmommy's house, like no,
I'm dry. I'm dry as a Sahara down there.
And then he slut shamed. He's like, you know why you said hawk Tuah? He points at her and goes, because of porn. And she's like, what? I mean, maybe it's just something we all do in Tennessee. This is completely unbelievable. He should be really ashamed.
That's like saying you have to watch porn and are able to, in order to know how to like have sex. Like it's just you just know how to do it.
Yeah, you just know. You know what?
Right. Yeah,
if
like,
your
when you
mouth
have
is
sex,
dry giving a blowjob, you go, let me get some saliva going. That's just human
and
nature.
Also, Bill Maher's show is not a sex relationship dating advice podcast. It's not a Adam 22. It's not a plug talk. It's Bill Maher. So him bringing up porn is like very cringe.
And also it's the way you do it. You can bring it up. There's context matters so much and people lose that all the time. There's a way to bring it up where you're having a legitimate discussion about it, right? It comes up in actual discourse that you're having and you're discussing it in an adult way. And then there's a way where you're trying to bring it up to a young girl in a way that is very clear that you're
fishing.
You're fishing. Exactly. It's just really obvious. And when you do it that way, it's just gross.
It was like a segue thing. He was hoping she would bite.
She's like, well, no, and then his tiny peen is hard. Like the moment thinking like, oh yeah, well, she's going to bring up something that I can get her on. She's like, no, I don't really feel that way. Yeah. Anyway, what's your last name again? Because I had to figure it out. I had to. It doesn't make any fucking sense the way that he reacted to her, and he doesn't like the way that she's reacting to him. I don't think so.
Yeah, and
not embarrassed. Like, can you stop asking me about this? I don't watch porn.
Yes,
what are you talking about.
Like the way your grandpa would, or like even if your dad was, or like an old creepy uncle were asking you about this, you'd be like, ugh, can you not? You're embarrassing me.
Mm-hmm. And even if she does watch porn, why is that any of your business, Bill?
He's trying to make it his business.
I guess so. My God.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna play this a little bit faster so we can blow through it in case we want to catch any more cringy moments.
Blow through it. You did that on purpose.
And then we're gonna
yes, 3 times speak up.
Other person every day. You got to live your life and somebody else's life.
I gotta worry about Granny though.
Granny?
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about Granny.
Your Granny? Are we talking?
Yeah.
Why
We can build your house in the back.
She's like, she really just wants to hook Bill up with her grandma. She won't let that go. And I love that about her.
She's putting him in his place.
Hey, what's up? Every other day. He's gone. She'd like that too.
She's really cute.
Wait, I'm with your granny now? Is that what
Pay attention, Bill.
Yes. His tiny peen just shrunk 3 inches.
The peen is so far up his butthole, it's never coming out again.
I'm trying to set something up here.
I think you're barking up the
you
wrong
and my
tree.
grandmama.
Do you like chicken salad sandwiches? Because if you do, I got a date for you.
I
don't think I am.
I really do.
You're pretty cool. Maybe you can get her to smoke with you.
Does she?
No, we wish you would. She's always a nervous little wreck, bless her heart. We're like, smoke you a doobie, you'll feel better. I ain't
She
smoking
said,
that shit.
bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
The fact that she's trying to hook Bill Maher up with her, not only is she's not falling for his flirtations, she's not impressed with him, but she's trying to hook him up with her 80-year-old grandma, and
she's
thinks
trying
that,
to tell him you're old.
yeah.
And it's
great.
normal
It's actually,
that you would want to date another old person.
it's actually very smart on her part, because she's like, I'm going to like absolutely torpedo this erection.
I really love that she
Yeah.
didn't just go mom; she went grandma.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, not my mom, not my crackhead mama, my grandmama. Yeah.
You're not even
I would
good
love
enough
to
for
put
her.
up with my grandmama. Hey, Bill, you don't impress me much.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's go,
girls.
Grandma.
Well, her
Let's
generation
go,
probably
girls.
thinks it's
Her generation.
You mean your generation?
You guys you're like 5 years apart.
Bill,
What is
you're
she,
12
78
years.
or 75 years old?
You're 12
Also,
years
why-
younger than her grandma, and you're many, many years older than her, Tuah. So yeah, you're part of grandma's generation, Bill.
Wait, I thought grandma was
years
75.
younger.
Okay.
Grandma's 80. He's
Okay,
68.
80. Oh, I thought she said 75. I was like, is this
Also,
20?
now he has scissors. Why does he have scissors?
Because he's cutting the.
Get those.
He's cutting a little
Well-
doob.
Or is he like, hey, do you like scissoring? You like really trying to work it in?
Listen, I am not one for saying that like older people. I am 24 years younger than my betrothed, but we obviously get along, right? This man has no business trying to get with this woman, and
he's 47 years old. 47 years older.
God damn.
That's a little much. Okay, that's
Yeah.
way too much, and I don't like that he's pulling out the scissors now. That's not right.
He's much, much closer in age to her 80-year-old grandmother than he is to her. So it's not so crazy,
Lame.
Bill.
devil's weed or something. I mean,
The devil's
they
weed.
were pretty much against that kind of stuff in the South for a long time.
Yeah.
Get ready to be
Now he's
stylish.
gonna shit on the South again.
Yeah. Here's his.
Meanwhile, it's his kind that comes to the South, buys tons of property, and drives the price up, and then shits on all the Southerners.
Ooh, good
Oh, that
point,
makes me
Billy.
mad.
And doesn't eat the food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
100%.
Okay.
You like Keith Whitley?
Never heard of him. Put your mouth back.
Sorry.
It's gonna start another meme.
Probably.
They're gonna blame.
Put your mouth
Your
back.
last man put
Blame it on me.
a whole bag of peckers in my.
He's like, oh God. Here's him desperately trying to make this sexual again. I gotta make this regular speed so we don't miss
Put
this.
your mouth back.
Yep.
Like country music. Do you like?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Well, some like any music. I like the good parts and not the bad parts.
Yeah. Fair.
I like, I could name lots of country. I love Brooks and Dunn. Remember them? Are they before
Love
your
Brooks and
time?
Dunn.
Okay.
You like Keith Whitley?
Never heard of him. Put your mouth back.
Sorry.
Put your mouth back, you bad girl.
It's gonna start another meme.
Probably.
They're gonna blame.
blast
They're
me
gonna
and put.
You would
blame it
love
on
that,
me.
wouldn't
Oh.
you, Bill?
I would love them to blame me.
Bag of peckers in my mouth.
Right. And again, we need to move past that, Haley.
Yeah.
You
if
need
you
to
don't
move
want-
past that,
trust-
Bill.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
made
Right.
that
Bring it
sexual.
up. Oh. God, I
It's-
hate
you
his
can
outfit
see,
so
you
much.
can see, you can see his tripped up from this because he is like the gears are like, oh, don't say something creepy, don't say something overtly creepy. Meanwhile, you've been creepy the whole time, but he's like, oh, I'm
You being
picturing
creepy,
my pecker in your mouth.
It's me.
I'll try to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, just listen to me.
Ew.
What are we talking about? What am I just asking?
I
Oh,
lost
he
my
doesn't
train of
know.
thought. I lost my train of thought because I am picturing my dong in your mouth.
Oh,
Put
that's
your
not
mouth
pretty
back.
Country
picture.
music.
Before I get so erect that somebody will see
Wow.
my
I
tiny
can't. This
penis.
interview, I can't believe Bill Maher has been doing this. Like watching this, if you didn't know anything about Bill Maher and you're watching this interview, you would never believe that he's been doing this for like 40 years.
Right.
Yeah.
hell?
It's like he becomes an idiot as soon as he talks to a pretty young girl, and he just sounds like a creepy, swarmy, like, ugh.
Right.
Not a fan.
She's a weasel, buddy.
Not
Yeah.
You like?
What about Taylor Swift?
I like Taylor Swift.
Let's talk about Taylor Swift.
I do.
Anyway,
I like her.
Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
More.
You know who can afford tickets to her expensive concert? Daddy Bill.
Or
You
we
want to
can
go?
watch her at my home theater.
You want to go front row to Taylor Swift? Why don't you hawk Tuah over here?
Oh.
Hawk.
I want a picture.
When
That.
she was
Oh
country.
my god.
I did too. I
Like,
really liked her when I was younger growing up.
Sparks
Loved
Fly.
it.
I love that. You know that song?
Yeah, do you really like that song?
I love it. Would I have name checked it if I didn't?
I bet you sitting here high as hell and you just mind your business listening to
He's trying to connect with her so desperately.
Sparks Fly, don't you? I do it.
It's happened. I mean, I don't think I put it on purposely to like commune with it, but it's in my playlist. I love it. But you know, I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm sure she's a lovely person, but the whole thing with the football player, just like I just felt like 35 was a little old to be like, my boyfriend's a football player, and I wear his jersey to the game with his.
Bill, don't talk about what is a little old.
Yeah. You can't even date one woman. Calm down.
Also, have you
Right.
seen your pants, sir?
Have you seen your head, your
Oh,
face, your
God.
body,
So
Your
bad.
personality, any of it, and please.
your driver's license?
Never on it. Right? I mean, come on.
Whatever makes her happy.
Oh, of
If
course.
that's what she wants to do and it makes her happy, go on. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
I know. He's gonna dump her though. You know that.
No, I'm gonna be a Travis Kelce hater.
I mean, with her, it's like the Gatorade at the Super Bowl. You know you're gonna get dumped. You just don't know when.
But you gotta think about it this way. If he does that, can you imagine the next
make
album we're gonna get off of that?
That got nothing. That got nothing.
Got nothing.
Probably
It's
the funniest
like,
thing he said all podcast. So it's like you're like the Gatorade at the Super Bowl. You're gonna get dumped. You just don't know when. That got nothing from her. Ugh, this is brutal for him.
This is so sad.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's see anything else.
Good. I'm glad.
Yes, I
It won't
can.
be fuck John Mayer no more. It'll be fuck Travis.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Is she still singing about that?
No, it's just her old music.
Right, but her tour was the Eras tour, and it was like, but it does seem like such a recurrent theme that at some point you just want to say, maybe you should write a song called "Maybe It's Me."
Maybe it's me.
But it's so hypocritical. Bill, you run through women. You're not settling down. You're just like Taylor Swift, except she's still young and hot
That's
and
fair.
relevant.
That's fair.
Oh, but it's it's bad when a woman does it.
Oh God, yeah.
So, but no, I'm
He
an
just sounds
admirer.
bitter
I mean,
that he never got to date Taylor Swift.
Or
Yeah.
Travis Kelce.
It's another pretty young blonde that he just did
Yeah.
never get to. Yeah.
He probably has a shrine at home.
Look at this, Bill. Jeez, Chrissy sounds like she's Bill's ex. Am I being too extra here, or am I
Yeah,
just
like-
calling it like
No.
it is?
No, you're
I don't
calling
know.
it like it is.
Yeah, I think that you're calling it pretty.
Bill sounds like he's
Pretty
Taylor
much what it
Swift's
is.
ex.
Yeah.
He isn't like that. I'm blowing up this creepy old man's spot. Danuvox, this guy is disgusting. Yuck.
He's
Sam, what's
awful.
up, Sam? He's quietly seething at how unimpressed she is. Yes. Which means he's going to beat it angrily.
Oh my gosh.
Like you do.
100%.
that
Is.
picture.
Yeah. What's good? What is a freaking spring factory and a wacko? Motherfucker, high noon. Jeremy Parker, Zia should build a small gummy bear village with gummy bears in it, then put on a Godzilla mask and eat them for Zia's snack stream. Wow,
I
that's a lot.
love this idea.
That is
though.
so specific of an idea. What?
I love it.
He well, yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of ideas.
Mhm.
I would
Loopy
do it.
Locust gifted 5 Chrissy Mayr memberships. Thank you, Loopy Locust. And push-ups again. Maybe Bill's regretting not being a father. Ooh, right, because that's
About the wall that
That's-
the women hit, but what about the wall the men hit?
right. I think everybody as they get older, but particularly men, have this thing where they want to help, they want to mentor, they want to give advice because like they lived a life, they have wisdom, and normally that falls to your kids, your grandkids, your family. And when you don't have that, you're like, oh, doesn't anybody want my advice? And there's something like a little bit sad about that.
We don't want your advice. Not anything. Nothing.
Like he has the
You're
same
weird.
energy as that. You know that girl that just went viral? She's like in her late 40s or whatever, and she's dancing.
Lily.
How she's like single and childless. He has
Who
the
is
same
that?
vibe as that lady.
Oh, Angelina Bel Camino or something like that.
Yes.
I think that's character.
Camino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interviewing her this week.
Really?
Whee! Yeah.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm excited. I think it's well, I'll find out. I will find out.
Try and hook her up with Bill Maher.
Yes. Can you imagine? But you know what? Like,
No,
he's really like she's really pulling the rug out from under him. All these things that prop him up and make him feel good are not working. So he's kind of going like, man, am I a little sad? Like, am I? Did I miss out?
But seriously though, like he has no one to leave. He built this. I don't want to say empire,
Right.
but we'll say empire. He's built
Yeah.
this money, this wealth, this reputation, whatever, and he has nobody to
Right.
give it to. Who's he going to give it to? His mom,
Right.
Like, where is it going to go? It's going
Mom's
to
probably dead.
die with him, you know.
Gatekeeper. What's up, Gatekeeper? Thank you for the orange boy. Just stopped by to show you some love. Shout out to X-Ray Girl, Disbrew, Scooby Pup, and of course Gary. Wish you continued success and good health. See ya. Thank you, Gatekeeper. Thank you for being my only black fan. I really appreciate you. I really you are who I mention when people call me racist. I go, well, but what about Gatekeeper? Okay.
Yeah, how are you going to explain Gatekeeper?
Without you, they're all right. So can't have that.
Stick around. Don't go anywhere.
Please don't go anywhere.
Don't ever leave me. Don't ever leave me, Gatekeeper. Okay, so this is another thing that made quite a splash on Twitter today. Like, got a retarded amount of engagement. 9.3 million views on this tweet. Not to toot my own horn, like not to be like, but just because this was such an unexpected thing, to get such a reaction out of people. I said, there is no tattoo that looks better than no tattoo. Prove me wrong. And then, so anyway, I want to know what all of you ladies think about this, because maybe this is a little bit of like the old lady in me coming out, because my mom was against tattoos. My grandma was against tattoos. But I just think your skin looks better than any tattoo that you could come up with.
It depends on the skin. I've seen some skin that could use some tattoos.
I mean, I want to get rid of all my tattoos, so there's that.
I like tattoos if it's good artwork, but funnily enough, I also want to, not all of my tattoos, a couple of them I want to keep because they are special to me and I do like them. But a few of them I'm planning on starting the removal process on.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like 2 of them at least are going to go.
Like which ones do you want to erase?
Like this one to start with. Where is it?
Okay, hold
That
on.
one. This one right here.
Oh.
That is the Chinese symbol for my name, and that was the first tattoo I got when I turned 18, and it was so fucking dumb.
How very typical of you.
Yeah, I have my own name tattooed on me like a true jackass.
And it's in Chinese. Yeah, that was like the thing today. That was like, we're all turning 18 and we're either getting butterfly stamps or Chinese tattoos.
If I ever find myself in China, drunk off my ass, forgetting my own name, I can just point to my hip.
Be like, this is me.
Yeah.
This is me.
I am Jia Szechuan. I am Szechuan.
I'm Szechuan sauce.
Follow me at Szechuan land.
Yeah, that one's got to go. That's the first to go.
Does it hurt to get a tattoo?
Oh, yeah. And
I
it
heard
leaves
it's
a lot of
really bad.
scarring. It can leave a lot of scarring depending on where it's at.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's like a bunch of rubber bands, I've never gotten one removed, but I've heard it's like rubber bands being like snapped on you like a bunch all at once.
Does it hurt worse than actually getting the tattoo?
From what
I
my
don't
friends have
mind
said, yes.
the tattoo. I don't mind the tattoo feeling. Once you've
I
done it,
like
then you're like,
the
it's like
tattoo
exciting.
Yeah.
What is
it
the
actually feels quite
tattoo?
good.
What is the tattoo feeling? You're like, ah!
It feels like a bunch of needles are scraping on you with ink.
It
Like,
feels like a good kind of pain.
yeah.
It feels like a kind of pain I'm all right with.
Yeah, it's nice. I like a tattoo feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like poking? Like a little.
It's like a
poke?
bunch of little needles,
More like
like
a dragging.
scraping across your skin.
Yeah, it's kind of like a scraping, burning feel a little bit, actually.
I like a tattoo feel.
And you
Mhm.
like that?
Yeah, it feels good.
It does kind of feel good. Yeah.
Yeah.
My nipples are hard thinking about it. I kind of
Oh.
And I watched you get a tattoo.
I got
Keanu.
mine in painful
I
spots.
know. I
so
love that
don't-
tattoo.
I don't like it.
What
I
is
like
it?
She got Bisconti on her hip.
Oh yeah,
When
Oh,
we were
yeah,
in
that
Ve-
one.
When we were in Vegas last year.
Gosh, that was
no,
so long
and I
ago.
forced them to come with me. I was like, no, we're in Vegas. I'm getting a tattoo. I was going to get it on my ass. I'm so glad you guys said, what'd you do to your hip? And then you guys said, like, I'm like, yeah, you're right. Because I was like, I'm going to do something radical here. I'm gonna get it on my ass. It'll be hilarious. Gino will love it. And then I am so glad I did not do that. And then you said in cursive, I was like, no, I want it to look like my Keanu Cast
Well,
sign.
first I was like, you should get Zia on your hip in Chinese.
Yes, and I tried to. Then Lila said no.
Lila said that actually means worm. Don't do that.
Literally. If somebody had said that would be great, get Zia on your hip in Chinese, I would have done it.
Are you sure
Yeah.
that's what it says, Zia? Are you sure it doesn't say like half off fried rice or something?
No, I'm positive I know what it says. Because the Chinese symbol for my name, there are a few different symbols, and I could have gone a couple of different ways with this. One means sunrise over the clouds, but another symbol that is also Sha, but just a different symbol, means worthless, and that's really the way that I should have gone with it.
Oh.
I think my parents were they didn't know which way I was going to go, so they were like, great, this covers all the bases.
What I learned from Keanu is that part of I always thought tattoos were like, I really just want this design. I mean, part of like being a tattoo person is like the spur of the moment. It's the situation under which you get the tattoo. It's like the memory.
It's
not
the
like
memory. It's the drunk brunch tattoos. Like, even though I hate this tattoo because of the font, it means a lot because me and my buddy, I hate the font because it looks like Platform
Potter.
1 and 3, very Harry Potter. But me and my bestie Elliot both drunkenly got this tattoo because we're each a half of each other because we love each other so
But
much.
why
This is
wouldn't-
also a drunk brunch tattoo.
Keanu, why wouldn't he get 1 of 2 and you get 2 of 2? Wouldn't that make more sense?
We were drunk though, and now I look at the memory, and then that's fun. This one was also a drunk, and I love this tattoo. This like rose on my this one,
Kiss
very cool.
pretty.
Rose on
yeah,
the grave.
I like the rose one. Yes, gorgeous. I love this one. I was not drunk when I got this one, but that's another one. It's the Fool. That's very cool.
I like that one a lot.
The one on my back is my favorite, but I can't see it, right? I don't know if you can see
Is that why it's your favorite? Because you can't see it?
No, I love this.
Mhm.
Can you see
Your
Yes, we
hair
can
is
see.
covering
Your
it,
hair
but
is
I can
covering
kind
it.
of see, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it is.
I like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love that one. I love all my tattoos. I hate this stupid looks like a hypodermic needle. Other than that, I love all my tattoos. And of course I love my Bisconti tattoo. And I thought, I'm like, I'm in Vegas. We're going to wake him up. I'm going to have Bisconti tattooed on me somewhere. And he was like, "What's that?" And then he got a Kiki tattoo on his arm. So
That was cute.
yeah. So I don't have like and then what do I got? I have an Ohm on my foot because and I still that was also another drunk brunch tattoo. It's about the story. It's not always about the this is the only one I regret. I hate this one, but it looks kinky. It looks like you're taking off your bra. Yes, no. Back tattoo, hip tattoo, something small, something fun to remember. And I always, every time I look down at this Bisconti tattoo, I don't necessarily think of Bisconti. I think of my time with you and Lila in Vegas. You know what I mean?
At the, what was it? The Pink Pussy Tattoo Parlor. While Beaver labored over over this gun.
I don't know if I
Beaver.
can show it.
His name was
but it's
Beaver.
So his name was Beaver.
That was. It feels like
It was
so
perfect.
long ago.
It does feel like so long ago.
Oh my god!
And then you called Gino, and he wasn't even awake. And then you're like, "Wake up!" And then he's like, "Huh? What?" And you said, "Put on your readers."
That's amazing.
And he's like, "Huh? What?" And it took him so long to make out the tattoo. And you're like, "God damn it! I'm trying to be romantic."
Well, also, I knew in my brain because I texted him something and I said, I love you, Bisconti. He said, you have no idea how much I love it when you call me Bisconti. And I said, that's it. I'm gonna get this tattooed on me. And then, so that's what we did. The only one I hate is this stupid one. It looks like a vaccine. I need it removed.
Would you take it off or have it turned into something?
I don't even. Ugh. I just I don't even know what to do with it. I guess I'm just gonna leave it because having it removed, I'll have like a weird scar. Having it covered, I don't really like. It's like a very odd place to have a. I don't even know what to turn it into. So
could you tattoo white over it? Wouldn't that cancel it out?
Maybe I'll just get a really bad sunburn, really bad there, and then maybe I can peel it off. Yeah. Other than that,
Lily,
I like my small tats.
Lily, do you have any tats?
No, I'm too indecisive. I knew I wouldn't.
Same.
I knew I would get one, and then 5 minutes later, I would hate it.
Same.
Plus, I'm scared of needles, so no.
If you know that about yourself, it's good that you just don't.
Yeah, I already know I would hate it.
My answer was always I just never had $70. That was always my answer for.
They are expensive too. My brothers get tattoos all the
So
time.
expensive.
They just got a new one, and they're they drop so much money on tattoos. They're like $100.
Oh yeah, I know people that have spent thousands on a sleeve, like $5,000 easy.
Yeah.
And if you want to get a really good artist, I mean they'll sit too for sessions that take up to 6 to 8 hours sometimes for one session. Yeah, it's wild. That kind of tattooing is not for me. That's a little too much. I'm like Keanu. I like the stories of my tattoos. This one I have here is the last tattoo I got before I left home, and the guy freehanded the Hawaiian tribal here.
Ooh.
And you can't really see it on camera, but you can kind of see it maybe if you look really closely. And
cool.
That's a tough one for me to get rid of, even though I'm not super crazy about the placement, but it's just kind of feels like my last little bit of home. And so I don't really want to get rid of it. But there are, that one on my hip has to go. I hate it. It's so stupid. So stuff like that. But yeah.
The biggest thing that annoys me with tattoos is when people don't have a theme and they're all mix match tattoos.
Like what Keanu has?
Matter. Yeah. I know mine are all completely mixed match.
But yours are all kind of artsy. They're not a bouquet and then a snake or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. Where they don't fit.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Like a Tweety bird and then a rose.
Yeah,
and
then for some reason.
Yeah.
I love
that. Courtney, do you have any tats? That's funny.
Yeah, I got this one.
Oh,
and
what is
I got,
that?
let's see here.
Let's see. Show us your guns.
It's Norwegian.
Norwegian? Okay, that's pretty
So
cool.
it's Norwegian
that's
forest.
awesome.
Yeah. Norwegian forest lilies, and it says "I will miss you always" in Norwegian. And then I've got
who's Norwegian on your side? Ooh, birds.
Oh, I love that.
Dandelion. My family, well, both sides are Norwegian, but mostly it's my dad's side.
Kan du snakke norsk?
My mom's side is the fucking, I don't know.
Right. Like, I should ask Zia, my name is Hawaiian. It means cool mountain breeze. Is there like a tattoo I should get that means cool mountain breeze in Chinese, like you have?
You know what? I could ask the guy that tattooed it on me. He was Chinese.
If there's a symbol for it, I'll get it on my chest. I don't care.
Get it the cover up here.
Right above. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can put it there.
A
Cover
cool
up
mountain
your-
breeze
Yeah.
tattoo. Keanu
Yeah.
means coolness or cool mountain breeze in Hawaiian, and I'm not Hawaiian, but
you know what's so
make
funny?
You could make the needle one look like the Empire State Building. So that's kind of what I thought it was.
that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh,
that's
really?
Yes, I got it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Lily's like, wait, what?
Well,
I
make
got
it,
it. It
make
looks
it
like
actually look like
She thought it was actually a vaccine needle.
It looks like, oh, heroin. I beat it. No, it looks awful. It looks like I love vaccines. I'm so vaccinated. No,
Keanu got it to remember her time as a heroin addict.
That's what it looks like, and I got it with a fucking horrifically shitty ex.
Just
I wish this was the
tattoo
only
dare
time I
over
it.
you could make it into like a penis spaceship.
That sounds way cooler.
I'm gonna make it into Bill Maher, I think.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You can
Bill
get
Maher.
you could do like a I don't know, a floral something, or maybe like you like the vintage vibes. Maybe what, like your cigarette over it, and it says untoward in the smoke.
Oh, make it into yes. If they could make it into untoward, that would be
Untoward
hilarious.
somehow. I mean, they might have to cover most of it. I don't know how it would work, but like your
wish.
long cigarette thing that you have all the time, it could say like untoward in the
Yes.
smoke. That'd be cool.
Very true.
Well, that's the thing.
Very cool.
If you get it covered, now you've got a bigger tattoo on you.
Yeah,
That's
then you have a
fair too,
giant tattoo. I don't want to cover all my skin, but maybe I do need an untoward tattoo.
Yes.
Now that
That's
I'm
what you
thinking
can put
about
on
it.
your butt.
Yes, untoward.
That's where it goes.
Maybe a very lower back tattoo.
Yeah, bring the tips down.
Untoward.
Or you should get one of those like cat's asshole tattoos. You know, people, they get like a cat's asshole around their belly button, but do that around the Bisconti. Just make it be like,
Yes, there's so many things we can put on permanently on my body. That
I think he would love that.
I think he would love it. I think
That's
he
really
would.
sweet.
Award Tattoos Day. Somebody said. Yes, exactly. Oh, I love it. I can't get enough.
when my mom died, I almost got a hibiscus on my forearm because
Aw.
she loved Hawaii, Zia. She didn't go to college. She didn't go to college. She went to secretary school, but her big thing was like she went and lived in Hawaii for a couple of years and like dated some kind of an Asian guy. She had like an Asian boyfriend.
Some kind of an Asian guy.
Yes.
That's honestly everyone in Hawaii. It's some kind of an Asian.
It's
something or
friggin'
other.
Hong Kong over there.
Yeah.
She dated some kind of an Asian for a few years. It was like her like getaway time, and she
Aw.
and then but my mom also hated tattoos, so I could hear like her voice in my head being like, "Don't you fucking get the tattoo on account of me," you know.
Not for me.
She's the same lady that would say like, "If you get a nose ring, I'm gonna stop paying for college." So
I got my nose pierced with my mom and our belly buttons, but she was taking painkillers at the time. So I got my nose done first and then my belly button. And then when they did her nose, it was like a blowhole of blood because of her knees were hurting. So she was taking
blood
And
thinners.
it's a blood thinner.
Yes.
No.
Like my mom's friend Loretta, like she was like, "You don't need to see this, Keanu."
Loretta, was she black?
No, she wasn't, but she had a black husband. And she was quite drunk. She actually got her nose pierced that exact same time.
interesting.
And then we were, I mean, I was in high school. So me and my mom, so then my mom, you know, stopped taking the blood thinners and she got her nose and then belly button pierced. But yeah, we did that together.
That's a sweet bonding
That's very
moment.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I wonder if I could still put my nose ring in. I think I
Do
did.
it. I got a cartilage hole that I got. That reminds me of like my freshman year of college. My best friend at the time was this gay guy named Chris Taggart. And we were like, oh my God, we were like so thick. We were besties. And I remember we both stayed at college over like the winter intercession or something. And our idea of fun, this is before cell phones, we were just getting into the garbage bags, like the garbage bins, and just like popping our heads out. We would hide in the garbage pails and wait for people to pop by, and then we'd be like, ah! That's what we did. And we got into the dryers, empty garbage bags. Okay, we're not
Oscar the Grouch shit.
We're not like trash people. No, it has to be an empty garbage pail. And we would put each other into the dryers to see if we could fit, and then shut the door.
Oh my God, you guys were a little stuck for
What does that have to do with piercings?
So we went together to get our cartilage pierced. And I was like, this is so cool because we didn't do it with a gun. The place where we went did it with a needle. So I felt it like crunching through my ear cartilage.
No, it's true.
It took forever for this guy to like crunch this needle through my ear cartilage. And I was like, ugh, and it hurt like a bitch.
Nope. My
hate
tragus piercing was the worst thing I ever did, worse than any tattoo. That's a thick part of your ear, and I will never take it out. I've never taken it out.
It's what, your ear nub?
Show us
your
the
holes.
The trachis is the worst piercing I ever got in my life.
Oh, it's your ear nub.
You can hear it crackling.
Yep.
My rook, also terrifying and horrible. I will never take it out. My belly button, easy peasy. There's a little fat around the belly button.
Belly
right?
button is super easy.
Exactly. Your nose, your eyes water a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it is. You do feel like kind of a god after the piercings. And then I forgot even like, yeah, I've got 2 drunk brunch tattoos on my ribs. I'm
what, like
in them.
what,
Yeah.
like a mimosa and a Bloody Mary? What are these brunch tattoos?
What I'm hearing is don't take Keanu to brunch.
I have a crab Benedict on one side, and
my bridesmaid Hillary, we got a glyph, which means combine. That's like one of my other first tattoos, and then I got my friend. It's a glyph. It's a
like a hieroglyph.
It
Wait a minute.
means
I'm zooming
combine.
in. Put your
Yeah.
nipple down. Wait. Oh, I didn't know about that. That's fun.
And then my dead friend Gaston, we called each other Babs. So we got, or I got that after he died, but he died a bit, yeah. So I got that too. Oh my God, I forgot about those two. See, yeah.
And then the memory comes back with it.
I know exactly right. I'm just a walking relic of my times past. So I don't mind tattoos. I like them. I don't mind piercing.
Yeah, they're for you.
Yeah. I was gonna say with tattoos, it's just like anything. There's really beautiful, awesome tattoos, and there's some really fucking shitty tattoos.
Some are so hideous,
they're
like
so bad.
this needle that I have on my arm.
That's not even bad. I've seen some horrendous. Like, did you guys see the one that I don't even know if this is real actually, but I think it is. I've seen it all over the internet at this point, Reddit, Twitter, everywhere. But the girl has like a picture or a tattoo of like lips sucking a dick on her arm.
Oh my God! Yes, I've seen that.
Yes,
I would bring it up, but it's very graphic. It's like you can see the veins.
Yes,
it's veiny, and it's like
and huge, and it's just going into this mouth, and you're just like, oh my God, what would possess you to do
imagine
that?
her boyfriend has like a really skinny dong, and she's like, no, baby, I'll get it tattooed on my arm. It's like, look how great it looks,
Oh my God. Like, this is what I see. Oh God, yeah, stuff like that, or even just like there's another one that I remember seeing online where this guy tried to get. This is why you can't cheap out on a tattoo artist either. This guy tried to get a picture of his baby tattooed on him, like a portrait, and it looked like a little demon baby that this guy like scribbled on a piece of paper. It was so horrible, and then now that's on him forever.
I will never understand the portraits. Like, why?
No.
Even if they look good, it's weird.
It's weird.
The Hispanics love that.
Yeah.
The Hispanics love to be like, oh, this is proof that I stuck around for my kids.
And it's always they always get like the baby portrait, and it's like so now you got this baby on your arm or leg. It's always the arm or the leg that there's no in between, and you're like, who is that? Why is there a baby on your arm?
You
Like,
hope it's their baby.
footprints. Like footprints, like could see. I know a couple people have gotten like their baby's footprints tattooed with like the date of birth or whatever. I think that's cute, but like the face, that's weird. It's weird.
You wonder if the woman that got her sucking a dick
the face
tattoo
is really weird.
I wonder if that's to remind her like that hard work really pays off.
Like, yeah, but does she remember the hot Tuah?
Like, you know what? She's a roll up your sleeves kind of gal. She's not afraid to get her hands dirty. Maybe I like her after all. Execute Order 69. Zia, can I have your tattoos?
Or am I just like cutting them off of my body and giving them like on a piece of like a skin
slice
flap?
it off. Slice it off with a cheese slicer.
Calm down, Ed Gain. Relax.
Jeremy Parker's tattoos are gross and trashy. The Romans tattooed people to claim ownership. The Nazis did the same thing. Yeah, but the Nazis weren't, tattooing a girl sucking a rhinoceros projection is a mofo, and Bill has it all out on display for everyone to see.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
Thank you, rhinoceros. So true. Real Black Betty, what do you think of Andrew Wilson?
fuck is Bill?
Interview him. What do I think of Andrew Wilson? I think he's pompous. I think he's arrogant. I think he would not be a fun person to interview because I don't think he'd be able to get his guard down. I don't think he would let himself get his guard down to reveal any kind of vulnerability that would make for an interesting interview. I don't think he has his talking points. What is he? He's promoting this like how to be a debate bro class. Like you can actually pay him money and learn how to debate like him, to like own the libs like me for $500. No, that's I mean, if I had to, I could, but I would not enjoy an interview with him.
And definitely never have a conversation with his wife if you don't want it recorded.
Oh, he was in the chat once talking so much shit. We had it was a couple months ago, and then he was in my DMs talking shit. I forget what the topic was. If it was I don't know if we were talking about Rachel or what, but he was pretty.
I think it had to do with Venti and Rachel and that whole thing of them having a debate or whatever.
Yeah,
I think it had to do with that.
You really are the historian. Thank you, Courtney.
I know. She remembers everything. It's unbelievable.
I never forget. Frank again. Speaking of gay tattoos, please have Courtney call Gino and call him gay.
I'll give you the.
Do you have his number?
Yes, because everyone does.
That's true.
Here, I'll do it.
Thank you, Psychotic Mongoose, for gifting one Chrissie Mayr membership. Thank you, little mongoose.
Courtney, are you ready?
Yes.
I have it. I'm ready to make the call. I have his number. Oh, I'm not gonna call him.
Let's go, girls. Dun, 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 let's go, girls. So Courtney 1, 2, and 3. He's right in front of me.
Pops, I forgot to say your megaphone. I completely forgot. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now I have
It's fine. I didn't want to participate anyway.
Let's go, dude. Now let's do
Everybody has a megaphone.
Now you feel left out.
We're
Let's go, girls.
I've never been so sad to not have a megaphone.
You're all
Courtney has something to say. There you are.
Who's this?
This is the Keanu Cast historian, and I'm just calling to let you know that you're gay. No one lost, Gino.
Dun, dun, na, 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 na. Let's go, girls.
Let's go, girls.
It was. I don't think it was a prank call. I think it was a concerned citizen.
Excuse you, ma'am. Can I help you? What's going on here?
Because I want lap time.
Yeah, it's Cricket.
Oh, there's
She
two
keeps
bunnies.
like,
It's Cricket. The
Oh my
puppy.
God,
The
two
Cricket in the
bunnies.
chunky.
They're really cute. Oh, Courtney, is your favorite color hot pink?
yeah, yeah. I like anything in pink variety.
Ooh, are you a
Nothing about
Cancer?
Sweden. No, I'm a Virgo.
Oh, a Virgo. Right. I knew this.
Virgo Sun, Gemini Moon, Scorpio
I knew this.
Rising.
I knew it. Dancy, thank you for the yellow boy. I only have one tattoo. Means something to me. Got it with an X. Different designs. Don't regret it. Also, Zia's thighs. Sorry. Distracting.
Clean up on aisle 1.
Please, someone's got a boner.
Machi.
Nicholas Gerd,
Clean up on
Lily.
aisle 1.
Lily, what does the future hold for you?
I have no
Good
idea.
save, Chrissy. Good save.
I always like to use his full name.
Oh, who is this? Nick Gurr?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's Russell Hall, isn't it?
You tricked her there. She never would have said that.
No, I
How
never
dare
used that
you.
word.
She's never said that word in her life. What kind of dumb question is that? What does the future hold? What does the future hold for any of us?
No.
I was gonna say death. Did someone say death?
Do I have
I'm
a
gonna die
magic
one
eight
day?
ball?
Yes. Death for everyone.
Eventual death and taxes.
Yeah.
Oh, taxes.
Zato. What's up, Zato? Hear you.
Yep.
I went broke today. Love y'all. Oh, thank you for giving us. Thank you for giving us your last $5.
So sad.
How did you go broke? Hear ye.
I went broke today.
Hear ye. I am the town crier of my own failures.
Ready? Dun, 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 dun. Let's go, girls.
I have a small penis.
Let's go, girls.
Dun, 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 dun. Hear ye. I have breast milk on my desk. It's desk milk.
Dun, 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 dun.
Who wants
It's breast milk?
It's desk. it's desk milk.
Pumping this whole time?
I pumped earlier and then I
Oh,
stopped, and then I was gonna pump again, but the baby's still asleep, so I don't need to. That's why my camera.
So just drink this round to stay hydrated.
I have to, yeah, that's what I'll do, and then I drink it because I don't need it right now, and then it's just a soul circle of life.
Goes right back in.
I get thirsty, so I gotta drink the breast milk, but then if I need it later, and then I call that double distilled.
I think. Dun, 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 dun. Let's pump, girls.
It's breast milk.
It's dun, dun, dun,
I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling alright.
I'm gonna pump it in the town.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Pump it up.
Pump it up. And you don't really need it. Pump it up. Even Bane will need it. Pump it up. Let's pump, girls.
It looks like an alien creature. It looks like look at my tentacles.
I love it. And Chrysanthemum has the medical grade pump machine. Kourtney Kardashian has the same one. I mean, I swear,
fancy.
Isn't
I
that
don't
cool?
know what this is for. Was it to put a drink? I never knew. What
Yeah,
this,
maybe-
is this to
Was the
put a
bottle
cocktail?
fit in it? The bottle? Maybe you rest your phone in there.
Yeah, it does. I guess.
Those are expensive. Did you buy that?
I would put a cocktail in it, but that's just me.
I know. I'm like, is this to put a white claw?
I pumped. I can drink now.
Yes, it is. They are expensive, Lily, but they're very efficient. So it's like
They
'cause
never
they
worked
have
whenever I was trying to pump. Like they
Really?
literally never worked. I don't know
What
what
kind
the
did
deal
you
was.
have? Did you have the same kind?
Yeah, I had the exact same thing. One of those big, like
It's yeah. You gotta like. I had to practice with it. Like it did not like breastfeeding is hard at first. It like hurts
Yeah.
at first.
Oh yeah.
So
Did your baby have like a problem latching, or was it like
no? He latched like he was born to do it.
That's
No, he was like it was just so crazy. He was immediately like.
Oh my gosh,
I
you're
was
so
like,
lucky.
whoa, okay, we get it. You're hungry. Calm down.
Mine, he would not latch for like the longest time because he had like a lip tie and tongue ties. And the fucking idiot doctor didn't even notice this after like doing a whole inspection. Didn't even notice it. So
That's retarded. And that's a very simple procedure.
Yes.
And it's like, it's not that painful and it's not a lot of blood and it
Yeah.
helps instantaneously.
Dude, it was so bad. Like, so months later, I was like, what is going on? He's not gaining weight and whatever. He's not nursing and went back to the doctor and they were like, yeah, he's got a lip tie and tongue tie. So I had trouble the whole time when he was
That
like
makes
nursing
sense.
just because he kind of never learned how to nurse properly.
That makes
I
so
know.
much sense. That
The
happens
doctor
to
should
a
be
lot of people.
fired. Fired.
Oh, 100%. And
That
dude,
sucks.
he was like, when I tell you that this doctor was like the Bill Maher vibes.
Oh,
Very
no,
creepy.
really?
And so he's showing off and like acting like he's this tough guy and he's one of these old creepy guys and just kind of like doing an inspection or whatever of his mouth, of my son's mouth. Obviously missed the whole thing, didn't even notice it because he was so busy like
What an
showing
idiot.
off. I
See,
know.
I had a lactation consultant come to the house. It was like less than a month. It was like a couple weeks. So I just wanted to make sure I was doing everything right. And she is basically a doctor. Like she brought a scale out. She measured how much that he would drink in a feed. And she'd be like, oh yeah, he'll drink 3 ounces of feed. You do that like 8-10 times a day. You'll have to give him this amount, whatever. And then she checked his mouth and it was like, okay, he doesn't have a tongue tie. And these people are trained for these things, but she wasn't distracted by her erection because she's a woman and she was able to do her job.
Is that where the term tongue-tied comes from?
I think so, because I think
so.
if they're really bad, it does give people like a lisp and stuff, like a speaking disorder.
Wow.
If they're bad.
We've all learned something today.
There we go. Tugs has to go. She's being very patient. Tell the good people what's coming up for you and where they can follow you.
You can follow me. I don't know if you can see it. Those in chat. My screen's small, but anyway, I'm on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Twitter, That Tug Life. You can follow me there. I do gaming streams. My next one will be Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central. I'm also on like pretty much all the social medias, so you can find me there. I do Poor Choices on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern as well with X-Ray Girl, who, if you guys have been watching SimpCast for a while, you know who she is. We love her. But we talk about dating and red pill stuff and just kind of like this, but just with 2 of us instead of all of us. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Hawk 2 of us.
Hawk
2 of us. Exactly. There you go. That could be your next tattoo.
Yeah, Hawk 2. I'll get one for all of you.
And thank you for having me on, Chrissy. This was fun.
Thank you,
Nice to meet you guys.
Tugs.
Hope you guys have a good night.
Bye,
You're the
Tugs.
best. Appreciate you. Your hair looks really good, by the way.
I'm so sorry to do this, but I have to go I have a plumber coming at an ungodly hour tomorrow morning. 7 was like the only appointment they could fit us in.
Oh, well, you're an adult now.
I know. It's terrible. I don't like being an adult. It's not fun. I don't know who decided we should do this. It's not a good time. No.
It's all Bill Maher's fault.
I
Yeah,
think Bill Maher decided it. So.
He did. He was the
You
idiot
blame
that said
Bill
something about how if you're an adult, like reading comics or some shit, you need to grow up or something. And I'm pretty sure that was him. And it's like, oh, go fuck yourself.
He has no right to say anyone should grow up. Like,
yeah, seriously. And God forbid you should enjoy yourself as an adult. You know what? No, you only read finance books. Don't read anything for pleasure because you're an adult now. Like, fuck off.
He's a tool.
He sucks. But thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry I came late. My stream ended a little later than usual, and then I'm like bouncing early. But I want anytime.
You're the best, Zia. Even a little bit of Zia is better than no Zia.
I've missed you so much. This
I
whole
miss you
move has been like
too.
crazy. But I'll talk to you soon. And Kiki, I miss you. And
Miss
Lily and
you.
Courtney, so nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks. Have a good night,
Thank you.
everybody. I miss
my
you.
love.
look
Love
amazing.
you. Bubs look
Bye.
amazing. I'm taking her off before I get flagged for nudity. Push-ups, night, ladies. Do we have Kiki in the morning tomorrow?
You'll never know. Probably. We will probably have Kiki in the AM tomorrow, 8 a.m., which we're very
Ooh.
excited about.
When did you become an early bird? I'm so impressed.
I know.
Surprise us with those.
We like to surprise.
Simon Ho, my only Asian fan. I'm gonna butt tattoo Bisque on my left cheek and then Nti on my right cheek. It spells Bisconti when I bend over.
Do it. I hope that you do. I
think Bisque on one side, lobster on the other.
Oh, Visconti says his asshole could be the O. So you could do BIS.
That's
asshole.
what it's supposed to be.
So maybe that's what he's saying. Bisc.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
It was a thinking man's joke. OPC Dawn. Courtney's the best, brilliant and beautiful too. Ooh,
Isn't
we have
she just?
a Courtney simp amongst us.
Everyone
And-
follow Keanu Cast Historian and her YouTube channel. Please.
Yes. And one last super chat from Jeremy Parker. Courtney, Zia, and Lily are magically hot, or with or without tats. Especially Courtney, who has tats that look good. Great show, Miss Chrissy. Not untoward.
Not untoward at all.
No, it was good. What a good show, guys. This was fun. I had fun.
I did too.
We had fun. We did it.
Auntie, I ordered us McDonald's.
I did too.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Yes, I did.
I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna go boil an egg. Keanu, where can people find you?
Keanu C. Thompson, YouTube. Untoward Tuesdays with Keanu Cast Wednesdays, and then of course there's Nightlife Thursdays. And then Kiki in the morning. I like to surprise people with it. It may be tomorrow, 8 a.m. It may be Tuesday, 8 a.m. But we're looking like it's going to be tomorrow, 8 a.m. So everyone, subscribe and like us all. Yes.
We are going to raid Mike Harlow's stream after this. So as the internet takes you by the hand and travels you to his show, just nag him about showing him his tattoo. Just keep being like, show us your tats, show us your tats.
He will love it.
He will love it. One final super chat from Dan C. Only Asian fan. I'm half Japanese and offended. Oh my God. So now I have 1.5 Asian fans. Thanks, Dan.
You're about to lose one, it sounds like.
Well, you don't have to
Dan-
be a fan anymore because we don't deal with people who easily offend.
No.
I'm going to be like, Dan, my half Asian fan.
Dan, half Asian
Dan. Oh, very good.
Very good.
Lily, Billy, banana, Lily, where can we find you and what's coming up? What does the future hold?
I honestly have no idea. I was like looking at seasonal jobs today. I was like calling departments like, hey, are you hiring? But yeah, just like if you follow my Twitter, it basically has everything else linked there. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I love it.
Big outro.
No, it's perfect. Did we do Courtney? Courtney.
What we love.
Did I already do
we
you?
kinda did, but we can do it again.
Do it again.
Once
What?
again.
Well, sort of. It was like a half-assed sort of respond to us. Anyway,
Do a full
so you
ass.
can follow me at Was That Courtney on all the socials, and also Keanu Cast Historian on YouTube and Twitter.
I agree with Glib. Lily, I hope you come back. You were fantastic.
Okay.
And
This is
you
fun.
too.
You guys are so
You
fun.
too,
I feel like
Courtney.
we've been like drinking together, you know?
I love
Yes.
it. I know.
Has that vibe.
Oh my God. Chrissy, no. The bee needs it.
The baby needs it. He doesn't appreciate it. No. Oh my God. Let's see. What do I have coming up? Not drinking my own breast milk. It's okay. What's tomorrow?
But what if
Tomorrow.
you
Oh,
want to?
tomorrow is Monday. I'm gonna be on Blonde in the Belly of the Beast at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then Wednesday, big day. I'm gonna have Aiden Kearney on the channel at 3 o'clock, and then I'm gonna have Angela Bel Camino on the channel at 10 p.m. Then Thursday is Nightlife at 9 p.m. Eastern. Tell us what city we should go to and with whom. And then, of course, Friday is Friday Night Tights, 4 p.m. Eastern on Neurotics channel. And that's all. We love you guys. This was so much fun. Thank you for simping with us. We simp with you. We simp. This is a symbiotic relationship here. Okay.
Yes.
We simp. You know what I mean? It's a simp circuit. The simpery doesn't just go one way here. You all know that.
Exactly.
Have a wonderful week. Don't be like Bill Maher.
You're the eels
Symbiotic
simps. You're the
relationship is
cats
beautiful.
simpas. You're the bees simps.
Simpa. One day this will all be yours. See you next week. Bye.